Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. Well, along with DEVVE, DEFINITY, daCat, SHIRO. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. I was here and I was ready on time, but my shaker bottle was upstairs. I need to run and get that. Oh, gotta put the, just ate a big meal. Put the blankie on the toes. Okay, there we go. We have some news, and the news is that we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all of the stuff that goes along with it. It's like, you talking about like Shredder and Splinter and April O'Neil and Casey Jones. Well, yeah, I'm talking about that. But I'm also talking about who they tagged, and I think who they tagged is in the thumbnail. It is in the thumbnail. So obviously TMNT, they hashtag themselves, VeVe, but they also hashtag Paramount. And boy, we have a lot to go over with that. So first off, I posted in a tweet as soon as the news came out that shout out to Michelle Ivy, who's she is probably the biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan in the entire world, for agreeing to come on the podcast to talk all things turtles. Cowabunga Corner is her Instagram. Almost 17,000 followers on there. Ash Ketchum's original voice actor follows her, which is wild. Anyway, when I say the biggest, I could go and show you real quick. I think there was like a documentary made on her as well. Let's go to Michelle Ivy and see. Let's just scroll through some of her posts, shall we? I'm pretty sure she identifies as a she. Doesn't say. I would assume she. But let's go through some of her posts. Oh, hey, there's her as a youngin looking at another turtle. Oh, hey, look, there's more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. That is old school 90s. That is a hard one. What do we got? Oh, some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. What is the fifth post going to be? Oh, more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. What is the sixth post? More Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Oh, at Comic-Con. I don't think she went to that. I tried to look for her. I could not find her. Hey, little change of pace. Some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Actually, what is this one? Oh, okay, yeah, more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. So it's safe to say that she's probably the biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan in the world. It started, I think the comic came out in like 84, but the two guys that started it, they were both artists, and it started back in like 81. They just started drawing random, like they would hang out and they would watch TV and they would draw little comics to make each other laugh. So one of the guys drew a picture of just a turtle with nunchucks on it. Another guy drew another turtle with some more weapons on it. He said, okay, Ninja Turtle. And then the other guy added Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And, here we are. The original character, like the original writers and animators, there's a black and white comic. There's an indie comic. And the first print run that they ever did was 3,000 units. And they're just like, we're going to sell it. It's going to take us 10 years to sell this probably, but we're going to do it. They borrowed $1,000 from one of their uncles, and it sold out pretty quickly. So they did a second print run, and the second print run, I think they did like 15,000, and that sold out. So they released a second one, and the second one did well. And after they released the second one, which was like 30,000 units, they released a third print of the first book, and that one did like 50,000 units. I'm like, holy shit, this is insane. So they quit their jobs. They started doing a bunch of these other comics, and then a bunch of the same Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics. I think the third one or the fourth one had Casey Jones in it. And then they only wound up doing 15 comics. Like, that was it. It got such a big hype after the success of the first few comics that everyone started calling them. whether it was Marvel, DC, whoever, and all of these big licensor people is just like, give us control of it. We'll give you a certain amount of money. You'll still own it. You'll still do whatever. And they're like, fuck you. We're not giving up creative control. And then this one guy says like, hey, let me show you what I can do at this, like, you know, a non-exclusive deal. I just want to show you what I can do in the licensing industry. They happen to get this one company that was competing with or trying to compete with Hasbro. They do a deal, it does really well, and then suddenly these guys are working on a animated TV show, and that's where the song comes in, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and then it goes to a point where it's like Turtle Mania. It's late '80s. They have this movie that they're coming out with, and it's wild. It was like Power Rangers before Power Rangers, and for a time it took over, and then it went away for a little while. Then they did a crossover with the Power Rangers, then it went away for a little while, and then in the mid 2000s, so long story short, the two guys that had just done the original 15 comics, they had kind of split ways after a while. Eventually, they kind of came back 20 years later in the 2000s, wanted to do another comic together. But the comics after the two had collabed, they would go back and forth between like, I'll do this one, you do the next one. It just, you know, the stress kind of got to them there. Anyway, before I go over some other stuff on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Paramount in general, let's go over what's going on in the crypto markets, because that is much less fun. Unless you have a lot of money, in which case you are cleaning the F up. Let's see what we got here. We've got Bitcoin and ETH down 2.5%, BNB down 2%, XRP down 4%, Solana down 5%, Lido Stake down 2.5%, Tron down 1.5%, Dogecoin down 4%, Cardano down 4%, Wrapped ETH down 2.5%, Wrapped Bitcoin down 2.5%. There's no huge things that are down in the top 100 like there was on Friday when stuff was down like 30 and 40%, which was insane. This is despite how not great of a day it is for crypto today, it's actually not nearly as bad as, like, Friday was just, again, the worst liquidation event in history. Billions upon billions were wiped out. But here, there's in the top 100, there's not one token that's down more than 10%. So again, crypto, despite it being a horrible day or not a good day, it's not nearly as bad as it was on Friday. So hopefully the worst of it is over. That being said, again, I've talked with Rain about this and Believes Crypto yesterday. You know, Trump just signed like his 8th peace deal. Outside of that, you have a potential peace deal going on with Russia, Ukraine. They're going to meet in Trump and Putin are going to meet in Budapest in, I think, the end of the month. Then you have Trump saying like, hey, me and Xi Jinping are going to meet before the end of the month. You know, for China tariffs, they're going to talk as well on that trade war. So there's some pretty good things happening there that should affect the markets, and it is affecting the markets positively. The stock markets are at all-time high. Gold just hit another all-time high. So everything's going pretty well in the grand scheme of things, but crypto just, again, we already had a rate cut. We're scheduled to get another rate cut in the next couple of weeks. Again, all these peace deals are being signed. It seems that more are going to be signed. It seems that things are going super well. It's just, yeah, the crypto markets are just being horrendously manipulated. Do we have to wait for the Clarity Act to pass? Sure, that could help. Do we need more than just a 25 basis point rate cut? Because we had one of those and that didn't do anything. Yeah, we probably need something more, maybe another one. Even if it's 50 basis points, that might be cool too. But retail is not really in yet. Retail's not in. And it seems that I don't see any one catalyst that's gonna kind of, and this is like one of me and Rain's first disagreements here, where he thinks that Q4 is just going to be absolutely bananas as far as crypto goes. But I don't see any big I mean, we've had big catalysts that's clearly affecting the stock market, it's clearly affecting gold, and it's just crypto. I feel like people wanted institutions in because they wanted institutional money. But with that came the institutional manipulation. And you just have, again, I don't think Bitcoin ever does exactly what everyone else was thinking. Yeah, I'm going to have those blow off top to like 250. Because when you have institutional money in there, they're looking to sell. Like, they'll still always buy Bitcoin. They'll always trade it, because why wouldn't you want to buy it at 102 and then sell at 116 and then buy again after you manipulate it down to 107 and then buy and then sell it again at 120? So this has happened a couple of times. We're at 125, 126 a few times during this whole big thing. And yeah, if you're institutions that can make 20% one way or the other, why wouldn't you do that? So again, I'm not saying that it's never going to go up. Of course it will, but I don't think we have this major blow off top here, and it's more likely going to be staircases, which again is fine. It might take a little longer. But yeah, I just don't see anything that's going to really push alt season, in Q4. You'll have certainly some alts that run. Heck, some of the biggest alt runs are actually in bear markets, which we're not really in anymore. Although for alts, we've been in like an alt bear market for like 6 years, it feels like. But alts will certainly run. Again, I think DEVVE goes pretty hardcore in December after they announce whoever their exchange partner is. I'm going to say mid to late December on that. And it could be later, that could be delayed because tech, everything is delayed. But for them, they seem to have all their ducks in a row. They seem to be releasing stuff pretty quickly. And there's a lot of money, there's a lot of big, powerful people in there. So I don't see why that train would slow down or stop. It seems to be going pretty well. So that's why when I'm going to get a little bit of money, it was supposed to be, honestly, it's supposed to be fucking 3 weeks ago, but it's looking like it'll happen the 22nd or the 23rd. I'll have a little bit of money. I would have loved to have gotten it today. I would have gotten 30 more million OMI today. I actually had a video made saying like, hey, 300 million OMI. But again, that money's probably not going to come for at least another week. I'll keep you all posted. If we're down here, yeah, I'll get up to 300 million. If we're not, if we're back up to 00022, 25, I'll still get to like 290. Now the opposite could happen, and we could be at 000, like 12, and in which case I'll get up to like 320. We'll go crazy with it. But I feel like that's wishful thinking for me. But who knows though? I mean, I didn't think we'd get back down here again. 00022s, I feel like I don't want to say inevitable because we had gone down to like 29 a couple times, but that was a nice level of support for OMI. We've gone up to like 0005, and it's like, okay, that's a lot. You're gonna have people selling, so of course they did. And we're back up 00018. We had reached 171 before, and I was really hoping that we would be able to scoop some of that, and I can't, unfortunately. Give me 1 second here. Omar, shout out to him for reposting my live saying, let's go, let's get this bread. Bill Gardner saying, let's freaking go. Let's go, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Been waiting for this since I joined. Incorrigible Goat Slayer. I know there's a lot of people that have been waiting. A lot of people have been waiting on this. So somebody had asked in a video I did where I had the S on it. I think that video was like 2 days ago. And like, was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a big announcement? I was like, yeah, that's what they were teasing. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's like, that's really disappointing. I was like, oh, I mean, the other things that people thought, it could have been like Street Fighter, it could have been, like Supernatural, like something with an S. And then I realized, oh, he's not talking about what they're teasing in the video. He's talking about the big announcement that hasn't been mentioned for like 6 months. And I was like, okay. So I deleted my response. I was like, hey, dude, if you're talking about the big announcement that was mentioned months ago, no, this is not it. But if you're talking about what they were teasing in the video, hey, what is this announcement? Then yes, that's it. But just to be clear, the big announcement that they were teasing back in like April, this is not it. Which, although it could have been, I don't know if anyone remembers Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I don't know if they have this in the movie. I don't think they do. In the book, spoilers, it's been out for 20 something years, but spoilers, you have the prophecy in which you have a wizard that's born in the month of June, a Gryffindor with, to a pair of Gryffindors whose parents are killed by Voldemort, and that's the one who's gonna like get Voldemort back. They're gonna avenge everyone, and everyone automatically assumes it's Harry. And yeah, it is kind of, but who else was born in June? Two Gryffindor parents whose parents were killed by Voldemort. It was what's his name? Who's the fat kid that became really good looking? Oh God. Gryffindor students in Harry's ear. Neville Longbottom. Now, Neville Longbottom was born in the summer of 1980, same as Harry Potter. But why did the prophecy go to Harry Potter? Like why did he fulfill the prophecy? Was everyone right? Well, kinda. The reason why the prophecy was fulfilled by Harry was because everyone kind of believed it would be him. If they would have believed it would have been Neville Longbottom, then it would have been Neville Longbottom, and he would have been the one to fulfill the prophecy. But because they all believed it was Harry, then it was Harry. So in that same breath, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a really big IP worth like $15+ billion. Like it is a multi-billion-dollar IP, freaking huge. So yeah, if you want to look at it in a certain way, this could be the big announcement, but I mean, it hasn't been confirmed by anyone that it was, so it's not. If everyone were to say like, "Yo, this is the big announcement," then yeah, it would be because it's fucking awesome. But because nobody else even bothered to mention it or even bothered to assume that it was, yeah, this is kind of the Neville Longbottom. Like, this is amazing, and exactly, people have been waiting for this. We have Bill Gardner coming on in 42 minutes, specifically to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have Michelle Ivy, the biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan in the world, coming on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to talk about this. It's a huge IP. Probably one of the biggest in the world that anyone could get. But the reason why it's not the big announcement is because nobody believed it to be. So that big announcement that they had teased 6 months ago isn't it. This isn't that. It's something else. And can't wait to see what it is. Anyway, Crazy Dan 420, thanks for being a member. Says TMNT is a great addition. I think so. Kiwi Jezza, is there any doubt that this is the big? Oh yeah, so we have somebody else talking about it. No, this is not the big announcement. It could have been, but it's not. Penguin S2M says this is the big announcement. Rip. I literally just got done. Okay, anyway, you probably commented this before I got going. Thought they already had TMNT 5 years ago. They did not. Jason 2000, thanks for being a member. Says Paramount is a TMNT IP owner. Gateway of things to come. So that's what we'll talk about next, after we talk about the rest of what's happening in the market. I already went over OMI and the absolute dumpster fire that has been going on in the exchange, centralized and decentralized, the sexes and the dexes that are going out there. We have DEVVE that is down 5.5% to 41 cents. Really want to pick some up. I guarantee you by next week, OMI has like tripled and DEVVE's like done a 1.5x, because that's when I get my money. And God likes to laugh at me because that's what he does. Definity, they're down 4.5% as well to 1.8 cents, $563 in volume. Most of that is sales, and $2.9 million market cap. Damn, that is low. Let's talk about, again, like I know exactly what's going on with Definity. That is way too low. I might actually split some of this up and pick up more Definity because they're fucking crushing it. Like, oh my god, they're going insane. daCat, $1.9 million market cap, 1,300 in volume, so a bit more than Definity. Oh, it was actually a buy. Good times, good times, good for them. Good for them. Oh god. Okay, hold on. We have a couple of people sharing this and reposting. Thank you to everyone that is quoting and reposting. Y'all are my bays. Bagels as fuck. And then let's do SHIRO here real quick. See what SHIRO's at. Gosh, where's my white kitty? Down about 6% on the day to $2.16 million market cap. Is daCat officially ahead of? It's not. daCat's at 1.9. SHIRO's at 2.1. Let's see the volume on SHIRO. 326,000 in volume. It's actually not bad. But yeah, this is wild. I have a buddy of mine that has put in a ton of money into SHIRO, and every time they go to buy, it's just matched with an equal sell. Like people are just looking to get, and again, nothing fundamentally has changed with any of these companies. It's so strange. We have like one of the biggest announcements that we've had all year for VeVe, and OMI's down 17%. Like, make it make sense. I feel like if you want to be a good trader, gather all the data you can, make a decision based on that data, and then do the opposite of that decision. And you'll probably do really well. None of that is financial advice. Yeah. Oh, it was down 7% now on the day. Again, fundamental with all of these companies, the fundamentals have actually only gotten better for all of them. And everything just took a giant shit. Like that kid. Oh God, dude, kids are great. I get this tea from, I don't even want to say her name, from a friend of mine. Like, she has 3 kids and they're all boys, and she's like tries to be the best boy mom that she can, but boys are fucking crazy. And school is crazy, and kids are, oh, dude, it is bananas. Kids are great. I feel like they keep you young. But also, like, Jesus Christ, I don't think I could ever have them. That sounds horrible. Like, that all of my friends that have kids, their dream is like, all right, I can drop the kids off the grandparents, or do it. And it's like, I'm asking you what your dream is, and the dream is like to never spend, like, I was spend time with their kids every day. They love their kids, but consistently they're all like, yeah, we, drop the kids off, and then we kind of get, it's like, I'm literally, all right, anyway, keep going. Cardinal Goat Slayer, price took a dump. I just bought 2 million more OMI because TMNT. I bought 1 million OMI today too, but I don't think it counts because it's 1 million OMI, and as soon as I bought it, it just OMI went hardcore down today, which again, I don't really understand why. You have like some of the best news that you could possibly get, and we lost like millions of dollars in market cap, down to a $50 million market cap. That is bananas. Anyway, let's go to Paramount. All right, let me go to All right, let me get there. Oh, everyone comment F down below to pay respects to Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley was the lead guitarist of Kiss, who had died today, a couple hours ago. I texted an ex about that because she loved Kiss more than most things and people. So everyone comment F down below, pay respects. Bad times. Anyway, let's take a look at Nickelodeon. Well, you have you have Paramount that owns a bunch of different things. Tulsa King is really cool. Imagine Sylvester Stallone. I guess we already have Sylvester Stallone via Rambo on here. But they have Tulsa King. I think they have, God, what's that one where all the autists save the world? Scorpion. They have a bunch of good IP. They have MTV, which MTV is actually closing. There'll be no more MTV in like the next 2 months. Like they're done. TV has gotten very strange, but they have a bunch of really cool IP, and yeah, they have their fans. How many of them buy digital collectibles? I don't know. But let's talk about the ones that they do have, that people will spend money on. Nickelodeon. All right, let's see what we got here. Where am I going? Nickelodeon. Can I get a hold of their IP, please? Or is it not going to let me? Programming? Is it under programming? It is not. I don't need their programming. It's going to be under media. All right, can I get a list of their fucking IPs, please? Oh my gosh, it's not themed hotels and experiences. I don't care about that. Oh, man, they fucked up. They used to have style back in the day. Can I not take a look at their notes? Did you know that Nickelodeon system is broadcast locally in Columbus, Ohio? That was awesome. That was the first time. Okay. Nicktoons, Nick. Okay, but give me their fucking IP. Oh my god, this is history? There's no way. Channels list? No. Okay, Nickelodeon, but where on earth? I guess I could do it from memory if Wikipedia doesn't want me to be great. And I'm not gonna lie, this is exactly why Grok is gonna take over Wikipedia, because Wikipedia ain't it ain't doing it here. Man, they really okay. I guess this is how we're doing it. Nickelodeon, you had Rugrats back in the day. You had Wild and Crazy Kids. You had Hey Dude, or Hey at the Dude Ranch, something like that. These were kind of the people. You had My Brother and Me. You had All That, which was like the kids' version of Saturday Night Live, and all that was pretty good. Like they had some dark adult stuff. Something Elizabeth Ellerby, the fat chick, was literally on suicide watch, and they had her make a joke about it. That was diabolical. Randy Quinn, volunteer fireman. They had a young like 6-year-old Amanda Bynes, and she got so popular that she got her own TV show, the Amanda Show, eventually. From that, so you had All That, which had Amanda Bynes. You had the Amanda Show, which had Drake Bell and Josh Peck on. From that, they had Drake and Josh, where you had Miranda Cosgrove as Megan on that. And from that, they created the what was it? iCarly, with her and what's her name, Sam Puckett. I forget the chick's name that played it. Wrote a book about how like her mom died and she didn't care. I was like, damn, that is awesome. And from that, they had I Fight Shelby Marks, and then Shelby Marks, played by Victoria Justice. Then you had God, what was that with Hollywood Arts? The name of that show, Victorious. And then you had the crossover I Party with Victorious. And then from that, you had Sam and Cat. It was a long list of shows. So basically started with All That. All of that IP could potentially be coming to VeVe. Just because, and again, those are just people stuff. That is live action stuff. That is not including Rugrats. That is not including Ren and Stimpy. Not including, what else we got? We had Angry Beavers. We had Chalk Zone from Oh Yeah Cartoons, which gave birth to Fairly Odd Parents. Tara Strong voicing like half of these characters out there. What else we have over there? SpongeBob. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. I don't know how the heck you forget SpongeBob. Hey Arnold. Now, Hey Arnold and Rugrats and Rip Tart and all that, they got by Recur in like 2021, and I knew exactly from, maybe it was 22. I remember making a video, at the tail end of a video, why Recur was going to fail. Called it, and they didn't take care of the IP. Now, from there, and just let me wind this back a bit, you have Netflix 10 years ago created some of the greatest Marvel shows in the history of the world, Jessica Jones. I still go and rewatch Jessica Jones. That is so freaking good. That she is the white female version of me X amount of years ago. You had Luke Cage was okay. Iron Fist kind of sucked. But Luke Cage was good. Season 1 was good. You had Daredevil, and that, oh my God, that was amazing. That was incredible. And they loosely tied it to Avengers. Like it was great. Same thing with Jessica Jones, and then you had like season 2 of Daredevil was pretty much season 1 of Punisher. That was amazing. You actually did have a season 1 of Punisher after that, and then a season 2 of Punisher, which was incredible. You had the Defenders crossover, which was just insane. Oh my God, that was bananas. Anyway, the reason why I bring this up is because Netflix had these IPs and they made amazing shows. And then Disney bought Marvel. Okay, what do we do with these IPs? Well, they would have loved to use them in the Infinity War, Endgame, etc., but they actually couldn't. They had what was called a cooling off period, where they had to wait like 5 years in order to create new content with them. So what happened is they created She-Hulk. And then through She-Hulk, they brought Daredevil in. And through that, okay, then we have Daredevil, and you have Jessica Jones, and you have a bunch of this stuff. So they had some really good stuff that they wanted to do right away, but they had this cooling off period in which they couldn't. They legally weren't allowed. They had to wait X amount of years. I think that's what might have happened with Recur and their Paramount deal, or at least the deal with Rugrats. And again, they did a horrible job at marketing. I remember in Comic-Con 21 or early 2022, whatever it was, I said, "Hey, what are you guys doing about the NFTs?" And they're like, "What? Yeah, the NFTs you guys made with Recur. What the heck's a Recur?" Like they did an awful job at educating their people in the stands about that. It was insane. Anyway, yeah, Recur goes down. What happens to the IPs? I mean, Web3 is certainly big enough. They certainly, the IP is amazing. And who would you want to go with? Well, you would want to go with, even in 22, and you're not sure, everyone's kind of doing their thing, and that nobody's really sure except for me on who's going to make it. Why not go with VeVe? And maybe they already signed something with VeVe years ago, but they couldn't because of the cooling off period. Again, this is just a theory. I don't know if they actually have that. That might just be something that's only in television or movies. That might be something that is just specific to that genre. But if it happens in one place, it probably happens in other places too. And that could be a reason why you haven't seen any Hello Kitty NFTs anywhere else except for Recur that had failed years ago, or any other place from Riptar or Hey Arnold or Rugrats, which they all had. So I feel like, and honestly, this should probably be one of my next ventures, is who can go to these companies and tell them, hey, what's the best way to go in, for your NFT venture? Could you do something yourself? Yeah, you could. Or you could go with VeVe. VeVe's probably the best. Well, it is the best, but it's the best for its platform that's out there, any digital collecting platform. Is it the best route for these companies that are looking to get into Web3? It's like, well, if they want to go on an already established digital collecting platform, then yes, VeVe, bar none. But could something be better if they wanted to do it themselves? Like, yeah, let's say we're Rugrats and we want to rebrand. We're going to make a game and we're going to have NFTs incorporated in that game. And cool. Have you ever done anything like this before? Nope. It's a really, really big risk to try to do it by yourself. And Rugrats have made a few games before. I had them for N64 and they were pretty fun. From what I remember, anyway, I was like 8, maybe 10. I don't know, maybe 10. But trying to get back into that now, I think Neopets did that a few years ago, and I don't know if that worked out or not. I interviewed them; they were cool, but I just don't know if that worked out or not. Anyway, all of these giant characters could be coming to VeVe pretty soon, because if they got them for Paramount, and they don't just have the IP rights for like the Ninja Turtles, like They have the music rights as well. It says in the video that VeVe has. Actually, I can't play it because the music might copyright me. But I can go in and just watch with no audio. So we're gonna go to VeVe official. Yeah, the theme song is included in the first release. Holy crap. Yay. Shout out to Tammy Hanna for voting for me as a VeVe diehard fan. I think today is the last day that you can do it. Like today is the absolute last day that you can go on and vote for the, and I'm not going to say, you know, hey guys, go and vote for me, because I don't think I need to. I think everyone's going to vote for me anyway. If I win, thanks. If I don't, what the fudge? But yeah, I think I don't know who else is more like who else does this? Like I don't know. Anyway, as Jason Pena says, and thanks for being a member. Yeah, Paramount is a TMNT IP owner, the gateway of other things to come. You literally have some of the greatest IP like in the world that's owned by Paramount. Did I forget anything? I guess Jimmy Neutron I might have forgot. The teenage robot thing, I guess I wasn't really around for the teenage robot or the honeybee thing. I mean, outside of that, you also have Transformers. Dude, I don't know if they have My Little Pony. That was Hasbro, but I could have sworn in the She Shed, nice. Oh my god. In my by the way, guys, y'all are not getting the y'all are getting the Vader, and y'all getting the Noggles, because I'm already down to 191, so I can't lose 1.1 pounds in 4 weeks. Yeah, okay, so I already lost 4 pounds, so y'all are not getting the OMI, but y'all are getting that stuff. Anyway, let's continue on. Your willpower is terrible. Friend of mine went to go and try to join me on the diet. She couldn't make it a week without alcohol. That is hysterical. Cardinal goes, I'm not mad. Prices have returned to stacking levels. I'm now able to stack more than before. I wish. I'm about to go into massive debt if I don't get this freaking money. I'm about to. Oh God, I'll take out a bunch of credit cards. I don't give a fudge. No, Debbie, why are you at 4.2? Stay low for the next. We're at 1.8. All right. It's over. It's going to go back up. It's fine. Alan 401 is Paramount, owner Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold in the future? Probably. Super excited for TMNT, though. Let's go, Randy. Stacking more OMI now. If they announce other stuff like a Hey Arnold, I'm not going to do what I promised for like Pokemon 24-hour stream. Hey Arnold, I could do a 4 to 6 hour stream for Hey Arnold. I could probably do the same for Fairly Odd Parents. Hey Arnold is so deep, though. Fairly Odd Parents is not that deep. I mean, it's good, but Hey Arnold got real with you. Hey Arnold got like, so there's this one girl. I knew her as Andy J. Her name is Magda. Her name is Magda Aponowicz. And Magda Aponowicz played this girl named Andy J in Kyle XY. And I don't know why, but I had a, well, one, I've seen that show like multiple times. Like it's so good. That is one of my comfort shows. That, Gilmore Girls, Scorpion, I Scrubs, I had Friends. I don't know. It's a great show, and it's so corny. Like it's especially the first season. It's like so corny, but it's so good. Anyway, where was I going? Hey Arnold, deep, got real. Oh yeah, so Magda posted on Twitter not too long ago I would love to get her on the podcast. Anyway, she posted on Twitter, "Hey, what are y'all doing for Halloween?" And I was like, "I'm gonna rewatch the Harry Potter, or not the Harry Potter, the Hey Arnold Halloween episode, and then like go to a party." Anyway, that's where I got the Hey Arnold from. And if anyone wants to go to her page and say, "Hey, you should go on the Real Randy Chavez show," I would totally be forever. Like, honestly, instead of voting for me for the diehard VeVe fan, you should like go on one of her posts, be like, "Hey, I know you. You should go on the real. I would love to see you on the Real Randy Chavez podcast." Maybe I've got like, I feel like if like a bunch of y'all do that, she's gonna be like, "What the heck is this?" And then she'll be like, "Bro, like, could you not? Could you not? I don't know. Maybe she would find it funny." Saw the Keon. Wait, what? Oh my god. No, anyone knows him. I don't think. I don't think he has a. Sorry, I need a. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. So, no, but I don't think he has Twitter. Oh, also, yesterday was the 25-year anniversary of the release of Pokemon Gold and Silver. Throughout all the excitement, I missed that. Also throughout all the excitement, I have to get to some news here because we haven't gone over the news in a minute because I had Bleaves on yesterday. I was on the OMI podcast the day before, and I have Bill Gardner coming up today. So all right. On Tuesday, $218 million. I'm sorry, $218 billion wiped out. Wait, 118. It says billion. Yeah, $218 billion wiped out from the crypto market on Tuesday. Elon Musk says Bitcoin is based on energy. Governments can print fake money, but impossible to fake energy. Ash Crypto Real says we can see another leg down here. Bitcoin can dump to 108, actually dump to 107. There's an ETH can dump close to 3,800 level, actually went below that. This is a typical market move after a long wick, so nothing to worry about. Main bounce should start after 20 October. Once the October Fed rate cut, FOMO kicks in. When the government's still shut down and you can't pass the Clarity Act, you can't. I don't know. You got. Okay, I read that. OG Bitcoin whale now sitting on 18.4 million in unrealized profit on his short position. BlackRock CEO says they are developing their own technology for the tokenization of assets. What are they going to try to do? A sidechain to ETH? Good luck. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says the U.S. needs to accelerate regulatory clarity and investment in digital assets innovation. Agreed. Get the fuck back to work, Congress. This is why nobody fucking likes you. BlackRock has deposited 371 million in ETH and 78 million in Bitcoin to Coinbase on the 14th, meaning that they knew this was coming and they sold hard. Jim Cramer says he hopes money can be taken out of crypto and put into real economy stocks. We're probably going to go to the moon soon after this. Yep. U.S. moves to seize 127,271 Bitcoin worth 12 billion linked to a global scam by Chinese national Chen Ji. U.S. is building a Bitcoin reserve. Good. Take it from those scammers. Yeah. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF surpasses 100 billion in assets under management, the fastest growing ETF in history. U.S. government seizes 15 billion worth of Bitcoin from pig butchering scam based in Cambodia. Good. California approves law to preserve unclaimed crypto in original form. BlackRock CEO says they are developing their own technology for the tokenization of assets. And U.S. seeks forfeiture of 127,271 Bitcoin, which is 14 billion tied to transactional pig butchering scam by Cambodian national Chen Zi. And NASDAQ-listed Tether Gold Treasury firm completes a $134 million purchase of XAUT. Tammy says, hope there are no delays with DEVVE. Same, fam, same. Kiwi Jezza says, do you think the big announcement is a new license or something else? Probably a new license, but who knows? And again, there could be there are multiple big announcements. But under the sun, give me 4 turtles. Watt Mammoth, how's it going? I hope it's the early 90s rendition of the turtles and not the newer animation. I hope so too. Stinimal saying, only thing worth watching right now is Bitcoin. Fair point. Rachel says F. Preach. Rip a star child, freely star child. He'll be a good dad one day. I certainly hope. Well, not that I hope I wouldn't be a good. I would hope that I would be a decent dad, but I'm not gonna lie. It's probably not. Like, I'll let y'all know. I got the shit beat out of me when I was younger. Um, and like, I don't like. I like adults. I like thinking, reasoning people over the age of 8 because you can talk to them, right? But when kids are just being toddlers and they're just be it like I don't know. I think something in my monkey brain will be like, "Oh, okay. Well, how did your parents get you to stop?" My parents did to me what you do to a TV that is on the fritz. You hit it until it does what you want. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't fucking like that. And when you have I see I know now because of the internet and stuff that the end of your life will be decided by those that are closest to you. And if that's your kids and you are not good to your kids, they're going to put you in a home. And if they liked you kind of, they'll put you in an okay home. If they didn't like you, you're going to go into a dingy place with no windows and where they take your meds and they steal it. Like you ever see the movie not knocked up, not you. I Care a Lot. If like for those of y'all that have kids, like if you treated your kids like if you beat the crap out of your kids for mostly shit that they didn't do, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes yeah, probably deserved it. Most of the times, definitely not. Um, yeah, if you will probably end up in a similar situation to I Care a Lot, which is it is not a good situation. Anywho, that is why I would choose not to be it because God forbid lose temper one day and the kid remembers it. I think what was it Knocked Up? Yeah, I think Knocked Up. Yeah, Seth Rogen said like I'm gonna be a terrible dad. We're gonna fuck him up and he's gonna grow up and he's gonna murder people. You know that I feel like that's every parent's fear, right? Like what if I mess this kid up? So like but yeah, not a good. I don't want that responsibility, fam. And which is strange because I love humans and humans are awesome and apparently the love that you feel when like a dog like comes up and like greets you after like a long day like oh that's a good feeling apparently when your kid does that it's 10,000 times better and I don't know I feel like outside of the beatings I took when I was a kid I actually took actual beatings in like the ring like I boxed and I've been hit in the head a couple thousand times and I sometimes it keeps me away like man how smart would I be if I didn't go through that like how many times did my brain just get rocked and yeah I don't know the kids would probably be smarter than me I hope if I had dumb kids oh my god I don't Jesus also I feel like raising kids was there wasn't much difference between raising kids in like the 1850 like the 1500s to the 1700s okay you had an industrial revolution in there you had I guess slavery and I guess you had the yeah you had big things that came in once a generation even up to like the 50s and 70s like yeah you had like the hippies and the pot smoking you had rock and roll oh you know um even I guess up to the 80s like raising kids was kind of like the same but then the internet came along and like raise your hand if you saw a dude get decapitated in like 6th grade like raise your hand if like you got to do whatever you wanted on the internet in like the 90s early 2000s era because parents at the time just didn't understand technology I mean we're fine right you know we saw a couple of people get disemboweled and you know um or fine, right? I don't know. So the millennials might be no coincidence that we're like the hardest drinkers of like any generation, but fine, right? I don't know if I could raise a kid in like now today's like the internet is like, I mean, if I could, like, God, my kids would be monsters, but like good monsters. Like, yes, do what you want as long as it makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting anyone or yourself. But my kids would know how to like, okay, you meet someone, firm handshake, look them in the eye. Like just to be men. I feel like there's a lot of I don't want to use the term soy boys. Like again, I like My Little Pony, I like Pokemon, I like cartoons, but I was also in the military and I know how to box. Like this like I feel like if you're like a man, like a real man now, like it's easy to get girls, and it's oh god, it's so fucking that would be like. And now watch, I get like all daughters. I have a couple of friends that were like players back in the day, and they all have to. Ben Rose, another guy that's got all daughters. He says he wasn't a player, but I feel like you don't get blessed with all daughters unless you've been around the block a couple times, in my experience. Anyway, Crypto Cosmos says, "What up, fam? Stacked another pile of OMI. I saw. I'm so jealous. I want to get some more. Do you want to buy my Darth Vader? I will give you the biggest discounts on anything that you want, Cosmo. Anyone want Dashi? Dashi, 30 grand. 30 grand. You know, we'll talk about discounts. We'll talk about buying back. We'll talk about a percentage of the profits of what I do with the proceeds from Dashi. Planet Vampire says, young Alanis Morissette was on You Can't Do That on Television on Nickelodeon. She got slimed. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, who we got here? That's not him. That's, oh, jeez. I love my friends so much. Guys, first off, we have to assume everyone, not just my older friends, but we have to assume that if you see a video, it's AI. Like even if it's not, you have to assume first that it's AI. It is AI until it's proven to be real. Also, if there's somebody claiming to be a celebrity online, it's unless they have like hundreds of thousands of followers. Like if there's an account that claims to be a celebrity and they have like 3,000 followers, it's not them. Like it's not really them. If they have a couple 100,000, yeah, it's them. But if they have like a thousand followers, like a couple thousand followers, it's not them. Gold Elgin saying, serious question, Randy. Who runs 100-meter faster, Donald Trump or Cavell Anderson? In his youth, I would say Donald Trump, but Trump's like 80. So I'm going to say Cavell. I think that Cavell goes in and he takes the cake. Although there was a question that was in the back of everyone's minds. I was just drinking the most water. Oh my God, that was so delicious. Who would win? There's two parts to this question. In a race, like a, I don't know, 100-meter dash, 100, whatever, like a eighth of a mile is, that one straightaway. Who would win that? Would it be Joey Chestnut, the king of eating hot dogs, or Usain Bolt? It's like, well, obviously Usain Bolt. But you add in the fact that you have to eat a hot dog first in its entirety. Well, Joey Chestnut can down one of those literally in half a second, where it might take Usain Bolt a few seconds to do that. So in that case, yeah, I think Joey Chestnut takes it, because even if it takes Usain Bolt 5 seconds to eat a hot dog, which is still pretty fast, having a 5-second head start on just like that eighth of a mile is really, really, that's a long time. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, for that one, I'd say Cavell, but in his youth, I'd say Trump. Penguin says believes is insane on it. Yeah, bro, believes is going hardcore on that stuff. Hardcore. Okay, let me go to Binance launches $400 million Together initiative to support users amid market turmoil announcement. Wild. Binance to distribute $300 million to users who were liquidated during last week's market crash. Cool. OMI homie Mike Jack saying, "What's up, brother? Just picked up another 3 million OMI. OMI stays at this place. It's unreal the opportunity we have with this dev. I have a Todd McFarlane, a Todd on sale, and the Todd is not a lot of money. Well, it's a sub 100 Todd, so it's a lot for like a normal Todd. It is 15 million OMI, which sounds like a lot, but that's only $2,700, and it's a sub 100, and it's the only sub 100 out there, at least for that price. I'm sure there's another one for like $8,000, but yeah, trying to get some. Oh, that's all good. My friends mean so well. They're so cute. CZ Joe 1 says, "Do you have your own place or do you rent?" I asked because I currently rent and I'm about to sell my business for $600K. Contemplating whether to buy a house, continue renting. So, if you would have told me a year ago or asked me this a year ago, I would have been like, "Yeah, bro, just rent and buy crypto." And regardless of what you bought, it probably would have the crypto probably would have gone down. But again, I would have said this a year ago. I would say it again. Yeah, I would 100% rent, and then yeah, 100%. That's what I would do. I would rent, and then once I'm done renting, or once crypto goes up, I buy the place that I'm renting, or buy whatever place you want. Yeah, with 600K, we could do some nice damage with that. Anyway, let me get this thing over to Bill Gardner because he's going to come on and. Okay, closing. I know. Heck. All right, where we at? Where's retirement home would be the one in Bubble Hotep. Bruce Campbell played Elvis in a retirement home, fighting a soul-sucking mummy who consumed the residents' souls through their butts. That was a roller coaster of words where I never knew what the next part or next word was going to be. I'm going to read that again. Worst retirement home would be the one in Bubba Hotep. Bruce Campbell, cool, played Elvis. Didn't know he did that. In a retirement home, okay. Fighting a soul-sucking mummy, okay. Who consumes the residents' souls, wild, through their butts. Again, I never knew what the next word would be in that giant run-on sentence. That I got to take a picture of that. And first off, let me. Oh God, I'm in selfie mode. Why am I in selfie mode? So I'm gonna. All right. Okay. Never did I. Oh God. I know what the next word would be. Great. I meant to say, oh, you have all daughters. So you were a player back in the day, huh? Someone call the police. There's a player on the loose. You got that bread. That is why you were blessed with all daughters, because you were a player. You were a heartbreaker, weren't you, Iron Man 616? I could tell. Thank you for reposting the stream. For all my OMI homies worried about the price, just remember how fast things turn around. That spike to 0004 happened within 24 hours and everyone was bullish again. Sucks now, but hodl strong. Yeah. Granted, that's when everything was kind of going up. And now everything's kind of doing the opposite of that. and the government shut down. There's no way to pass these bills. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. Next to Army of Darkness is Bruce's best film. It's even crazier than That Amazing Sentence. Director of Phantasm, director. Oh, that's really dope. I'll take a look at that. World's biggest prediction market, Polymarket, is coming to MetaMask. Very good. President Trump and Chinese Xi Jinping schedule meeting to discuss trade. White House official confirms. My Snapchat is sometimes straight fire. Fed Chair Jerome Powell may be approaching the end of balance sheet contraction in the coming months. QT ending is pretty bullish for us, says Ash Crypto Real. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says, we believe we're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets. Agreed. Debbie, yeah. Just so tired of OMI always dropping back down, never holding a higher low until it finally does. It's hard to stay optimistic. Just trade it. I have a bunch of people that always say like OMI goes up and then it comes right back down. Okay, so when it goes up, trade it, sell it, and then buy it back on the next dip. Yo, what up, Bill Gardner? How's it going, fam?
What's up?
Nice shirt, buddy. Nice shirt.
Brought out the vintage shirt for this moment.
Heck yeah.
And I laid out some comics.
Oh, is it Last Ronin? Sweet.
A little excited, and VHS.
Oh, epic! Do you know how much one of their first print run goes for?
The VHS or the actual comic?
The actual comic.
It's like 100,000, depending on what grade. Like the 9, if it's like a 9 point something, it's like big money. And the you can get a decent grade for like 30. Like you know.
Oh yeah, a 9. Well, there's a 9. It's got to be second mint. There's no way.
If you get like a 9.8, it's like insane the price for it.
I see a 9.0 Turtles number 1. I don't see where it says first or second print though. Because if a 9.0, it looks like 16K, but I don't.
There's a pretty dramatic increase from 9 to 9.8. Like,
well, they only made like 3,000 of them, so like there's got to be so few that are.
There's so few.
Like, who has these in a 9? Like, how many 9.8s are there? There's got to be like 3.
I don't know.
Right?
I haven't looked it up so long because I can't afford one for now.
Yeah.
I don't actually have the original. I want to get it eventually, but dude, it's so expensive. Like these back here, the one in the middle, that's like $5,000 or $6,000, and then the VHS goes for about $2,000. So I probably got about, I don't know, $7,000 or $8,000 in comics behind me. But still, you think about it, that doesn't even equate to one of the originals.
Yeah.
Because it's so insanely high priced. But it's the original.
Yeah, it's OG.
So I'm excited. Dude, I've been waiting for this moment. That's why I was like, let me come on. Because I just got to celebrate this moment. VeVe, this is insane. It's so good. I mean, TMNT, dude, I don't know if you saw my post. I just posted a funny little meme with Electra, and she was like, why are you cheating on me? And I'm like, it's TMNT. It's not personal. It's VeVe. I'm like, I started doing all these Electra memes with Fro Okomi. It's pretty funny.
Heck yeah. So tell me, did you read the indie comic first, or what was your first introduction to it? Was it a TV show?
No,
I feel like most people would.
So my dad got me hooked on it, and that's probably why I'm so attached to it. I had all the little collectible figures. I mean, every one of them. And I used to watch the original cartoons. I've never read the comic. And I know that sounds insane, but I've thought about just buying the book and just going all the way through the original. I think you said, what, 16 issues?
15 issues.
15 issues? Yeah. They sell it. You can get the whole book, and it's like black and white. Yeah. And but I've been reading all the Last Ronin series. So I've been picking up all those in the books and also the comics. I don't read the comics generally, but I try to get the book form so I could read it all the way through.
Yeah.
And it looks nicer on the shelf,
Let me go to X right now and reshare this or requote this and be like, let's welcome Bill Gardner. Let me give a quote. Let us Welcome.
I feel so zoomed in on right now. Your
Yeah,
face is like really big.
Yes. All the better to see you with, my dear.
Let me see if I can pull up on here.
There we go.
Mute my phone. All right. So
oh,
I can
Bitcoin back to
comment in here.
109.
Let's go, fam. So yeah, so we just did a show. I almost died the other night, having Fro on, and
How long
I
are you guys
had
on
like
for?
no sleep.
Guys on for
Dude,
like 4
like
hours?
3.5 hours. Yeah, and it was, we got into some conspiracies. Some
Which ones?
flat Earth, hollow Earth, megalithic stones,
Okay,
UFOs.
so we have to circle back to that because we're on TMNT now.
We will.
But yeah, we'll circle back because I want to go over that.
I know, because we were like, Randy's got to see the show.
Yeah,
I
I'll
love
come on.
conspiracy.
When did I say?
I
Tomorrow?
don't know. You want to do, soon. Whatever day's good for you.
What days you go on live?
Whenever. We just kind of collaborate and just pick a day.
Okay.
Not like set. I'll have to check with Zombie.
Okay. And you guys go on at 9 usually, right?
9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that.
Let's do. Might be able to do tomorrow.
Okay.
If you guys, I don't know if that's too short notice.
Friday. I'll check with Zombie. Is he in the chat?
If it is, we could just do like Wednesday next week.
Yeah, we'll do next Wednesday.
Okay, cool.
That might be easier for him.
Pencil it in for Wednesday.
We'll just talk about whatever. We've been meaning to have you on the show, dude. Like, you're the reason why we're here.
Oh, thank you.
And we just, obviously I voted for you because.
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, who's a bigger fanboy than Randy Chavez?
I had a bunch of people message me, like, "Hey, I voted for you. Don't tell anyone." I was like, "Okay," because I guess that maybe they're like friends with. I don't even know who else is nominated. I think OMI is. I think Zero Legacy, but they would be like, hey, "Don't tell it," because I guess they're friends with like other people that they're like, "Hey, I can count on your vote." I was like, "Yeah," because I guess you can only vote once because you have to put in your VeVe username, right?
Yeah. So there was a toss up between even Fro and Clarita, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're both so good. How do you vote? Because you can only vote once. There should be like a tier vote, like, so you can vote for at least a couple people. But
yeah,
did they announce what you guys win or anything?
I don't think so. Trying to think if they had no. It's going to be at DCon though. They'll give us something at DCon.
I wonder if that's what those coins are going to be for. That would be so cool.
Oh, the VeVe coins, maybe
the blue heart.
Yeah, the VeVe. Yeah,
Cowabunga.
I mean, also. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. So they played the original song. We're getting the original TMNT. It's got to be. They wouldn't have played that song if it wasn't.
What's the theme song from the new stuff?
Well, I'm just thinking like that reminded me of the vintage. I didn't think it sounded like the newer stuff. I don't know.
Well, did they the newer stuff? Did they keep the old theme song?
It sounded a little different. I think it was just a different like.
So then probably the old stuff. OG.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Which would make sense. Yeah, I don't know how they got the music rights either, because that's a whole separate thing.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be insane if they did some like we need some music, right? Some TMNT music, dude. I would jam on that.
Who's that guy? Bagdon Roney or Bagdon Roney? Do you know who I'm talking about?
You kind of like lagged a little bit. What did you say?
Baghdad? Do you know that guy? He creates VeVeverse stuff. It's called like Bagdon Roney or Bag.
Yeah, Roney. Yeah.
So I tried to tag him in something before. It like wouldn't let me. I tried to tag a couple of the builders and be like, and I don't know if this is even possible in the VeVeverse. Like, hey guys, somebody create sewer systems in the VeVeverse for these like turtles. And I was going to tag all of them, but like, I don't know, Twitter wasn't letting me be great. It wasn't like letting me tag anyone. But I think that like, I don't know if you can build sewer systems. Like, can you go underground?
And the article or the video also said vehicles. So we're gonna get vehicles too, man. What the Turtle Mobile? That would
Wait,
be
there was
insane.
an article?
Well, not an article, the video. The vehicle
Oh,
said
okay.
villains, and vehicles. And it sounded like the Turtles do.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, that'll be so good. And a layer. We need the turtle layer.
I just got the
Right.
last thing you sent me, and so this is not the only thing that looks like. Apparently, Cleopatra also looked like Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah, like
I
the
would like to see
scientist,
that. You got to
whatever.
find it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take a look. Oh, I fucking love this dude though. The Dr. Parikh Patel. Yeah,
Yes.
we've talked about Tesla a couple times, like in like spaces and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. They made her look exactly like Taylor Swift. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that they came up with that on their own. I mean, are they just putting that out there? It's turning into a conspiracy.
Yeah, there was
And Cleopatra? Now I
yeah,
gotta look
the
in.
scientists redid like Cleopatra. They're like, hey, let's see what she would have looked like, and it looked just like Taylor Swift.
Wasn't Cleopatra like
It's like
mildly
Egyptian.
black? I mean, she's from Africa, right? But they made her look
Yeah,
like Taylor Swift.
Egyptian.
That's insane.
So when I Google Cleopatra Taylor Swift, it gives me like when Emma falls in love, Taylor's version. It just
Yeah.
doesn't give me Elizabeth Taylor's son hopes new Taylor Swift song introduces fans to. Yeah, it's like I don't know, like it's weird. Like when I Google Cleopatra, it should give me
Yeah, that should
like
immediately pop up.
yeah, but it's not. That is very strange. That's like they're hiding it.
When I was a kid, I used to have the that giant freaking rolling eyeball. Remember that? I don't know if you were a Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtle guy, but like Crag's lair. So could we get that? That would be insane. And that giant guy with Crag in the middle of him. He was like a robotic guy with the bald head. What was his name?
Oh, like the goofy henchman dude.
No, it was like a robot that Crag was in.
Oh
The
no, I
brain.
don't think I
The
remember that.
brain with the tentacles. He was like, ah. What's
Yeah, I remember now. He was in the comic too. I forget the name though.
Yes, it was so good. I want all of it. It doesn't even matter what it's priced at. I'm just going for
Yeah.
it. I'm hoping they don't do like something like they did. So I thought this about Spider-Man Noir. I'm like, I'm gonna go hard on it. Like Noir is my guy. I'm gonna stack a ton, and then all of a sudden it's like immediately $2,000, and I'm like, what is happening right now? They had to make it like completely legit rare.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping they don't do the
like
same
the
thing here.
rarest. It was the rarest mighty up until like the special She-Hulk.
Yes, he's still better though. I mean, come on, it's She-Hulk.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Zombie says, "Do you guys think we're gonna get the comics too?" I hope
That
so.
would be amazing. Yes, we
I
have
wonder
to.
if they got to talk to the OG artists. I wonder if they. Well, I guess they don't own it anymore, so I guess they wouldn't need to.
So Tom Waltz, he's still writing for TMNT, and he's writing with Eastman. Isn't Kevin Eastman the one that originally created it?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
still
It was Eastman.
creates it. As far as I know, he still writes them. He still does the artwork and everything. At least he did it on Last Ronin.
Yeah, I don't know if they like need their permission for the first comic because they sold the.
Did they sell the first comic rights?
I know they sold they sold like the IP.
They did.
Yeah, like a couple years ago.
Interesting.
I don't know who they would need to go to. Maybe Paramount again. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the reasons why I got an Eon Rift when Comics and Crypto had Tom Waltz on their show. And he was just like, look, we're trying to create another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, but just different. And, with cats and dogs and all that stuff or whatever. And I was like, man, Tom Waltz, he's amazing. So hopefully we get some comics, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'd say that I'd go and get some, especially because the first in a 9.8 is just God. That's so much money.
Did you look it up at all? Were you able to find any?
No, I was just on eBay and there's just no listings for that. Like a 9.0 is like 15K, but that's a 9.0. I don't think they have them for a. They have a 6.0 for 10K.
Well, what was that? What was that CGC that you're able to look them up through? No, it's not CGC. What was the grading company that you're able to look up all of what the last comic sold for? It's been so long since I've done it.
Is it not CGC?
I don't know. CGC grading? I don't know.
I forget. I haven't done this in so long.
No, Comic Hubs or something like that, where you could look up and see. It tells you how many comics there are in 9.8.
Go Collect?
And Go Collect, yes.
Yeah.
We gotta look up on Go Collect.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's been so long since. You know what? That's funny you said that, because I haven't seen anything from Go Collect on Twitter in a long time.
Yeah, the same.
And they used to post like every day. Let's see here. TMNT 1. Let's see what comes up. Probably 1,000 comics. I'm betting it's over 100,000. It's got to be.
Or like it'd be like 92,000, but the last sale was like 2018 or something, and then it's like, okay, 7 years later, it's gonna go nuts.
Yeah. Print 1. Let's try that.
Let me know what that says. Or keep trying.
Okay.
And let me know when you get that. I'll get to some of the rest of the news. We have Fed Chair Jerome Powell saying he will not comment on Bitcoin or gold. We think inflation is driven by fundamental supply and demand factors. I think this means he might have a bag. He also says the Fed remains on track for more rate cuts as labor market risk outweighs tariff-driven inflation. Also had $500 million USDC that was minted on October 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that insider Bitcoin whale fully closed his short position at 488 million in profit. That is insane. What'd you find?
I found, okay, so there are 68 9.6s and the fair market value is 36,000. So I'm betting, and there's 37 9.8s, and I'm betting it's close to 100,000 if that's 36,000. Because the leap from 9.6 to 9.8 is pretty dramatic sometimes. Because the 9.2 is 15,000, and I think a 9 is around 12. So, yeah, it's just an incredible leap from 9 to 9.8. I don't know why, but and then you start getting into like the VeVes, and those, you know, you can get relatively cheap, depending on the comic. Which honestly, I would probably buy one in the 5s or 6s, maybe. I don't know, but if crypto does well, I'll just buy a 9 something, right?
Yeah, I'll buy a 9 when crypto goes up.
So are we able to purchase? Are we able to purchase OMI through Stacker? Because I keep seeing this thing that pops up and saying that you can't swap currently right now.
Yeah, we used to be able to, but now, yeah, the swap function's not. I don't know why.
So how are you buying OMI right now when you buy it? Do you buy it on Coinbase?
No, because I registered my Coinbase in New York like a fucking retard in 2017. And New York, for whatever reason, I've had the worst luck with this.
Well, I haven't used Coinbase in like forever. I use Coinbase Wallet, but like Coinbase Wallet doesn't do base, right?
No, you can get it on a Coinbase Wallet. You just have
on
to
the base.
Yeah, you just have to bridge your Ethereum to base, and then or USDC to base, and then buy it on base.
But you can do it on Coinbase Wallet.
Yeah, you could do it there. I was waiting. Okay. Coinbase. I was waiting for my guy. Like, we're doing this deal for something, and he's like, "All right, I just wired myself the money," and he got some money. He wired it from his business account to his personal account, and then he wired it to Coinbase, and he's like, "Hey man, I wired it to Coinbase this morning, but I have to. It's telling me I have a week hold on the funds. Like he bought USDC
Oh,
with it, and he's like, but now I can't send you the crypto. I was like, oh, so now like this would have
that
been
is
the
brutal.
perfect day to be able to buy some
Yeah.
stuff with.
Yeah, because I'm
And
thinking about buying some now. I haven't bought any in forever because that shoot up of like three, almost, doubled or tripled or whatever it was for a while. And I was like, I'll
got
wait till
down
it gets
to
back
like,
down in the twos again.
it's nice and stackable here.
My kid bought me this shirt. I'm a little,
Heck yeah.
I can't raise my arms up with the shirt though because he bought it at Five Below, but it's still
So it's a
kind of
kid
cool.
shirt.
Yeah. It's my kids though. My kid bought it for me, so I have to wear it.
How old are you?
42.
Okay, I figured around 40. You got the salt and pepper
I'm
there,
married.
and then
I'm married. You can
yeah,
see my wife did all this, and then in here, and then right in there.
wife did all that, huh? She's cool. She's cool. She seems fun.
Yeah, she's cool. Well, hopefully,
The
I just told her to book for Vegas.
so where are you guys staying in Vegas?
I don't know. Where should we stay?
There's a bunch of us staying at the Paris.
Okay.
I think a friend. You haven't met Ernie yet. He'll be at the Venetian, I believe.
Okay.
A couple of people are staying with packaging dude. He's level 100.
Okay.
Fernando. He's a cool dude. But
I mean, I would
I
like to
guess
be close to everybody if I can.
yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly to, I think, Arizona on like that Wednesday morning, spend the
Okay.
day with my friend Sue, and then at night go over to Fam Bam's, crash with her at night, and we leave super early on Thursday morning, and
Okay.
then we get to Vegas. Like we want to like road trip the shit. We want to like eat. We want to go to like scary
So
places.
you
We
guys
want
going
to
to
have
drive up?
yeah. We're gonna drive from Arizona.
Yeah, I'm
Um.
trying to get my sister to meet up with us too. She lives in Phoenix.
Oh, cool. Do
Yeah.
you want to have like a you want to like convoy it there? You want to just all meet in
I don't know if
Phoenix?
she's going to be able to because she's got a couple little kids. So I'm gonna have to convince her to let them stay with the somebody for a couple days so we can all hang out.
Yeah.
She's
Heck
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Let her
And
let him stay with.
they've got quite the crypto bags too. They went in hard.
Okay.
And I told him I told him not to. I'm like, you go in gradually, buy here, wait for a dip, buy more. They're like 100,000,
Yalla.
200,000.
Yalla.
And I'm like, take it easy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So is what it is. They just wanted to get in before the pump, and they felt like they were missing out. And turns out we've got more time, I guess.
I'd say a couple more months, at least for DEVVE. I mean, dude, I don't know. For OMI, it could be honestly any day, but then you have days like today. It's like, ooh, maybe not any day. Might,
Right.
dude. I don't know, because I mean, it makes sense the other day on Friday when it was down like 20% because everything was down 20%. But for it to be down like
Yeah.
15% today, where everything's down like 3 or 4%, it's like, ooh, that's not a good look. But we'll see. I'm
Yeah,
waiting for this news.
I've been stacking Earth2 lately, because I needed to get my bags up to a certain amount, and then I was buying Definity as well, and now everything's just a great price. So now it's like, what do you buy? I haven't bought OMI in a long time, but I assumed I was going to be able to sell a lot of my collectibles for OMI. That's what I wanted to do, and even then, that's hard to do because we're waiting for pumps on that. So it's like everything's a bargain right now.
Do you want
You
my
just
sub 100, Todd? I'll cut you a deal.
spread it all around. I don't like Batman.
How dare?
If it was a Lego Batman, I'd buy it right now.
Okay,
He is the best Batman.
It's a sub 100 bat. I don't know.
No, they ruined the franchise. I'm sorry, they just did. I don't need another Batman origin story.
Yeah, I feel you.
Right? I mean, I don't know. It was great the first couple movies, but then it went south for me.
Yeah, even for Ben Affleck, I liked Ben. Well, he
He was
looks
all
like
right.
he looked so good. He
Yeah, he was jacked.
He got yoked.
Yeah.
So you go from like the best looking Batman ever
Yeah.
to
And then they
someone
bring in
who's
the
skinnier
vampire
than
guy.
me. Yeah, dude. And
What were
like
they doing?
if he would have like worked out, like I've been like, okay, I've heard
Yeah.
I think the Lighthouse or something, and then I've heard other stuff that he's done after Twilight has been good. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but that's what I've heard. And I was like, okay, and then I read an article. It was like, well, we've had the jacked Batman. I don't want to like, do that. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
how
You want
dare you?
the frail Batman? He's like, he can't even make a punch or he'll break his wrist.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you know what he would have played? Isn't there actually a vampire Batman? We have the collectible on VeVe.
Yeah,
They should have just let him play that role. Would have been perfect.
yeah. But
So,
yeah, that pissed me off so bad. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
but if we
Um,
got Lego Batman and Lego Joker, I would go pretty hard on that. I mean, Zach Galifianakis as Joker was incredible.
I did not know that's who played Joker in the
Dude,
Lego. Oh, that's
yes.
fucking dope.
It's so crazy. It just every little every little whimper he made, it was just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phantom hides ladies. It just hides stuff. I don't know why it does, but DDOO definitely still there.
Yeah.
Do you think that opens the door for the Last Ronin? Probably. I don't see why not. I don't think we'd get that first. I think there's a lot of other stuff in between, especially if we get the other Paramount licenses, which would be insane.
Have you read Last Ronin?
I have not.
Dude, I'm telling you, go to the store and you buy that. Like, it is so good. The blood is just insane. And you're just like, you're feeling it. You're like, get them. It's the moment we've always waited for. And then we grew up into it, It was like, it was glorious. I got to read it again. I'm reading The Lost Years right now, but I just got to go through and read it. Just read it all over again. Cool. So good.
All season still coming. Mr. J Mill, according to Crypto Rain, it'll start in Q4. I'm going to say not until the government gets back together and they pass the Clarity Act and we have some meaningful rate cuts. And I think it'll take a while. So I'm going to say Q1, but according to Rain, he thinks in like a month. Go crazy. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
There's so many good deals everywhere, even in the NFTs, like in other platforms. That Eon Rift platform, I got 20 more to buy, and I'm taking over as the #1 holder of everybody. And people they're just like, they're selling them for nearly nothing. And I'm like, okay, this is great. Pretty soon I'll own the IP. and then me and Zombie will just start handing them out, and we'll just create our own club around it. I don't know.
What's the so the Eon Rift, do we know what they're doing each month?
What are they doing in sales? They're hurting because nothing's selling,
Yeah.
And the crypto, they were waiting for their coin. It was called Giga Geek, and there hasn't been an altcoin pump, so that's been kind of stagnant too.
But they have a coin?
Yeah, they're affiliated with a coin. It's not technically theirs, but
okay. What's their coin?
Giga. It's on Sol. You can get it through the Phantom wallet. You got to really look for it though. But it's like
Giga what?
They call it Giga Geek, but I think it's like GIGA or something. I forget.
I'm trying to look. Okay, is it just called Geek?
It's got goggles. Yeah, maybe it is Geek. Yeah, the acronym. It's got the guy with the goggles on there.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, $100,000 market cap. 38,000 liquidity. Split between 18K Sol, 18K Geek. Okay, I like the split. So honestly, I'd be more comfortable. Like, so obviously, I know Earth2, whenever they want to raise money, they could just release a skin, right? Like they. What I don't like about it is the fact that they have their split on their liquidity. Let me find it here. It's like 20. So there's 111,000 in liquidity, but it's 30K Ethereum and 80K Essence, and it's like, oh, how do you cash out of that?
Yeah,
And,
you don't.
Yeah.
and they're hurting. And it's like it was supposed to just be an affiliated coin, and then they're going to come out with another coin called probably Eon Rift or whatever. I would assume Rift. That would be a cool acronym.
Yeah.
And then that coin will be used for investors that want to invest in the project directly. And I would think that's what they're going to come out with. It would make sense to me.
Okay, so I would love to see. We haven't had, I don't think, a dual launch for VeVe where.
With 2 coins?
No, I mean, like, so 247 Comics, like the Evermind stuff, that had already, like, there was already a physical before they had the digital.
Yeah.
One of my guys, Nike the Pig, they want to do a dual launch where it's like, okay, let's have like 500 editions on VeVe, and we'll have like 500 editions on some other place for the Cardano community.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we haven't done that before, but that could be cool.
Right.
Because even if like you kind of split sales there, if like they sell out on VeVe and they don't on the Cardano, they're going to want to lean into VeVe, and all of their people.
You know who's been doing that is the London police have been doing that. They've been doing the dual launches. So like as we got that that Genesis key, I had the same number on my Genesis key that I got with you on the charity.
Yeah.
Well, then they sent me the exact same number on VeVe. So you had it on the ETH chain and on the VeVe chain. So they're constantly pumping out stuff on ETH and on VeVe.
So I wonder. So they say like, hey, we have our Story Protocol launch partner. Have you talked to these guys? Have you talked to Tom Waltz?
So I was trying to set up a meeting, and they've all been really busy. Tom had to step away because he was writing more for TMNT for a minute. Okay. So I was trying to get a meeting with another creator called Larry Greer. I'm still waiting to hear back, because it would be great to get them in VeVe too, where they could do their comic idea is just incredible. I mean, that's the one with the motion comics with the cart, the cat that I showed you before.
Yeah.
And they could open up comics in VeVe, and they could have comics on ETH. Why couldn't they have both? And the figures and whatever else,
Yeah, because if London Police is doing it and VeVe doesn't seem to have a problem with it.
Right.
I don't see why.
So are the Fish, remember? Fish are doing it too.
Yeah.
And you got to get him on. So I contacted Brock, and I was like, can we get you on our show? He said he was super busy, but did you know he's putting out a scary movie?
I did not. I thought his time was kind of taken up by Banker now, and I didn't know he was doing a scary. Jesus. All right.
It's going to be in theaters in a week. It's called what's it called? Something Abigail. Let me look it up, because it's produced by the Fish.
Oh, and yeah, I heard about that.
And they're going to be doing I don't know if it's a royalty thing or something that'll kick back to Fish, but it was not Annabelle, Amber. Oh, hold on, let me look it up. Something Oaks. Does that ring a bell? Amber Oaks.
Type in Amber Oaks. I'm getting restaurants.
General
Shelby Oaks.
Shelby Oaks. That's it.
That's a 2024.
The trailer's scary. Like, it's a legit scary movie, and it's going to be in the theaters. And I'm like, and then he put Fish as the producer on the poster. He even has an IMD link to it, IMBD or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's kind of wild. I mean, that dude is pumping out utility for like everything.
Yeah, he's going hardcore with it.
Yeah. So I haven't seen him on your show in a while. You got to get him on so he can like talk about it.
I could totally do that.
Yeah.
So there's
he doesn't know me, but he knows you. I mean, you guys probably talk.
Yeah. I mean, he told me to buy Banker when it was like a fraction of the price now, and I was like,
yeah. I mean, you can't buy everything,
Yeah. I should have listened.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? But they're all having fun with that, right? And good for him.
Yeah.
The more he's going to fill in, is he'll send it into the Fiche project. He just keeps pumping out more and more.
So I kind of want to talk to the Eon Rift people and be like, if you're doing this, I'd love to do a dual launch with you guys for daCat or VeVe. And
well, so I was thinking about that. It's so similar to your IP. Like, it's
yeah,
ridiculously similar.
I'm looking at it now and it looks,
It's so
it feels
awesome.
like we would mesh really well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And it's Tom Waltz. I'm like, you got the TMNT writer? That's insane.
Yeah.
And Larry Greer, he's like the creator of he's like one of the creators of Avatar. And they do Blade Runner and all that stuff.
So I haven't read any of the stuff. I would love to. And because
they have a comic out already. Just one. And it's only like 10 pages because of the way they released it. Even that what I didn't like, because it was like, you should have gave us a couple more pages, and to release it on ETH is not a good move. They should have put it in something like VeVe, you know what I mean, where you can make money and you don't have to pay transaction fees all the time.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to release more, but they're kind of held up because they need funding.
Yeah.
I'll send you the info.
Yeah, thank you. John Davies says, "Hey Randy, why don't we get a new low? There's maybe someone got liquidated and they had to sell. Maybe a couple people got liquidated and they're forced to sell. It's weird. You have this amazing announcement, OMI's down 15%. Like, I don't know.
I've been waiting for this.
It's the only thing that kind of makes sense, is that someone just got liquidated somewhere and they needed cash.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking about is, like, they're probably going to throw out it's probably going to be $50 guaranteed, and I'm like, do I want to buy crypto, or do I just want to load up on the collectibles because I love TMNT,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of waiting. I'm like, should I buy more? Yeah. It is what it is. If we had Legos in the VeVe verse and it cost $1 a brick, everybody would buy it. Yeah. Yes, they would.
Dude, if we had Legos in the VeVe verse, do you know how many NSFW things would be made?
I guarantee Legos coming.
That'd be oh, dude, Lego would be great. I remember like years ago when there was a rumor, it would be like, is Lego coming? Is Funko coming? Yeah. I was like, let's I just put out a thing like, who would you rather, VeVe get? And I did it on Facebook as well. I was like, what do your kids like more, Lego or Funko? And it's weird, on Facebook, everyone said that their kids were playing with like Funko, but on Twitter, everyone's like, no, we want Lego on VeVe. I was like, that's an interesting dynamic. And then we went again Funko, but I don't know. Like, so originally I was thinking, if you have one, you don't really need the other. But then I got, no one ever like answered me when I would say like, hey, why haven't we done any more with like Fig Pin or Funko? Like Fig Pin, I think we just had that new Fig Pin VeVe thing, so we got more of them. So I was like, when we did our collab with Funko and with Marvel, I was like, it did really well, raised a lot of money. Either that the money wasn't enough because it had to be split between 3 people and it really wasn't worth it.
Well, or, how many collectibles can you feed to the few people that are here too? I mean, if you pump out too many, you're gonna have way too much saturation.
That's true. So I think one a year would have been fine, but it's been like 3 years, and we've had one in those. No, Funko.
Oh, Funko. Yeah.
So, so I looked into Funko, and they're not doing like they have a lot of sales, like they still sell.
Yeah.
But they are not making a lot of money. I don't think they've made money in like years.
Yeah.
And I guess, and this is just my guess here, is that, hey, we don't want to be associated with companies that are like going down. And if we do more Funko and then we try to do this thing with them and then suddenly they go out of business, that just doesn't look good on us. And again, that's just me like.
Well, and they're not rare. They're not, I mean, most of their stuff is not rare. I mean, they made the collectibles they drop rare, but they just print out an endless amount of them.
Yeah.
And so people kind of like, I don't know, are people still collecting Funko? I have like a couple Funkos just for fun, just to display on my main shelf, but you know, I don't go looking for Funkos at all.
I've dated a couple girls that they were like autistic for Funko Pops. There was
Really?
this one girl I dated that there was an entire wall in her, like she, like, you know how like a bedroom's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like 20 by 30 feet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She had much less square footage in her room because she had like multiple layers from floor to ceiling, wall to wall of Funkos. And I was like, bro,
Yeah. What a
sex
waste
was
of money.
wild. But yeah, like,
She
but
loved him.
yeah, that, hmm?
But she loved him though, and that was why she was doing it, right? I mean, it wasn't obviously for an investment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she kept them in the box. She kept them, you know,
Yeah. I
so.
mean, people want to complain about VeVe drops. Buy a Funko and see how fast you can sell that.
Yeah,
It's going to drop in value to like a third immediately.
yeah.
Can't wait to see which turtles. Yeah. Michelangelo, we know he has to go for the most because he's the only one that lived, except for
Spoilers.
I can't almost see it. Lived for a while. He lived for a while. Yeah. Dude, Lego can release brick by brick, color by color. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Dude, so I was gonna say that. So Lego is in Fortnite. You know what I mean?
I did not know that.
They're wrapped up in Disney and Marvel. Not only are they in Fortnite, they have their own Lego worlds in Fortnite. You
It's
just
so
run
freaking
around
cool.
and build Legos. So for sure, VeVe's got it. I'm convinced. It's just a matter of time. And we'll probably we'll get something Lego, I would think.
I hope so. We shall see. All right, let me X out of here. Oh my gosh.
TMNT Lego.
What's up, Omar Kasaje? Good evening.
So was
see.
Omar was at the party, wasn't he?
Yeah. He
Did you?
kind of looks like me.
Does he? Okay.
He's got like the brown skin and the long
Yeah.
hair.
So Zombie brought this up. We need name tags.
Yes,
Like
100,000%.
screen name, like what your screen name is, not your real name, just what you go by on your chest or whatever.
Mhm.
I feel like I didn't meet anybody at the party because I was like, I don't know anybody here except for you and
Yeah,
Tammy. I mean, and David and Dan, and I met a couple other people, but that was it. I was like, I don't know these people, but I did know them, and I didn't know that I
yeah,
know them. It
yeah.
was weird.
Especially as your show gets big. So you obviously didn't have it this year, but like next year, as like your show gets bigger and stuff,
Mhm.
they'll be like, Bill, how's it going? But oh, hey, what's going on? Be like, yeah, blah blah blah, and you'll have no
Yeah.
idea who they are, but they'll know you because they watch it
Right.
all
You're
the
like,
time.
hey. Yeah. We had 250 people live last night or 2 nights ago. I was
Sweet.
like, okay, yeah, we're doing this. So
Heck yeah.
we're just like slowly getting our way up there. Um, but what sucks is most of our viewers are on X and then nobody's subscribing on YouTube hardly. So we
Yeah,
have more live viewers than we do subscribers.
that's insane. How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
Right. 185, I think.
Damn.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
People don't want to go over to X and click that subscribe. They just don't want to do it. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I've had that as well. Like, so I only used to stream on YouTube, and I would,
Mhm.
and then once I started doing it on X, yeah, I saw the subscribership kind of fall off. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then,
and
like,
even
if
on
you,
your show sometimes, it's the same. It's like you'll
yeah,
see like 30, 40 people on YouTube, but then when I go on your
X,
X, it's
a
like
couple hundred.
hundreds,
Yeah.
hundreds of people are watching, and sometimes 1,000 people, depending on the show, And there's just got to be a way to be able to show that too, because then when people see the video on YouTube, they say, "Oh, this only got 40 views. I don't want to watch this."
Yeah. And then they don't know that the
They don't
double
know.
screen.
Yeah. Right, exactly, and they don't know that it's a good show, or try to have a good show, whatever.
We try.
Anyways, yeah. So Wednesday,
Okay. We'll do that on Wednesday. Yep, got you in there for 9:30. Okay, let's bring it back to the it's been enough time now. Let's bring it back to the flat earth, hollow earth
Yes.
the stuff. So I was actually talking about that with
Crazy.
Leaves on the
What are your
off camera yesterday.
Yeah, I can't handle him. He's a little too intense. I was like, ugh, I gotta
Oh yeah,
cook.
yeah. I saw that with the snake venom or the
I know. I was saying it was a derivative, like it was synthetic. He's like, that's not. I'm like, okay, bro. Whatever.
so there's
He's a little intense.
he is I don't know if it's the workouts or if it's the
It's definitely the steroids for sure.
I don't know if he takes steroids because
No, he's just I'm kidding.
he was like big in general already, and that maybe he did at one point. But he was a little chunky. Like he lost 110 pounds, so he was he was
Wow.
very chunky. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was huge. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, this amount that was so losing 110 pounds and still anyway.
So he's a flat earther?
I don't know. We were talking off screen yesterday, and he mentioned on one of his streams, he was like, we got X amount of viewers, we got whatever, but like some of the viewers were like flat earthers. And I was like, I get a lot of those too. Like, I feel like I attract a lot of the people that have conversations that like you would really only have at like a sidebar conversation after a bunch of beers, not like the main party area. And I feel like I like attract a lot of those people. And then I don't know if he said I'm a flat earther or if he said I am pretend I'm a flat earther. Because the way the
Uh-huh.
conversation went, he's like, describe to me why you think the earth is round. And I was like, listen, even though I'm like 99% sure it is, I'm not smart
Right.
enough to be able to say like based on these things the earth is round. He's like,
Yep.
exactly. And I was like,
I was like,
okay.
I have
And
eyeballs. Uh,
I mean he said like exactly. And I was like, I don't know. And then he said like no one will ever be able outside of like super mega scientists, you know, to be able to accurately explain why the earth is either round or flat, regardless of which side
yeah.
you're on. I was like, I mean, if I took the time to learn like, okay, this is why the earth is this way, even if I could explain it that way, he'd like, okay, well, if even if you could and you could explain it to a flat earther like coherently, it's not gonna like they're not gonna believe. And I was like,
Right.
yeah, I
Well, they
guess.
just took some down into Antarctica recently where they there was a couple flat earthers that had podcasts and everything. They had a ton of viewers. And they went down to Antarctica to prove that there wasn't 24 hours of sun, and they got proven wrong. And the one was like, I got to stop my show now because I didn't think this was a thing. And the other one was like, well, I'm just going to keep doing the show. This can't be real. So the one didn't believe what he was seeing because, and the other one did believe, and he's like, well, now I have to change my view and I can't do the show anymore. And so there's a lot of things about flat earth theories that they just don't make sense, you know? But besides that, we have eyes. Like everything is round in the universe. Like we can look in a telescope. Everything's round. So it's not like we can't see that. I mean, if I was blind, I would say, okay, you got me on this conspiracy. There's a possibility. But all that's kind of irrelevant anyways, because in a couple of years, people are going to be taking space shuttles probably, and they're going to be able to see the Earth for themselves real
I
soon.
hope
I mean, I
so.
think we're going there, right?
I hope so. I mean, I think that'd be pretty dope. So,
They're talking about sending people to Mars within what, a year or two?
oh, are they?
Well, that's what Elon's saying. He wants to. So, I mean, you could maybe 5-10 years, we could see people taking trips all over the place, maybe orbits around the Earth. And then that flat Earth thing is going to shut down real quick if it's true or if it's not true.
They I think it was like late 2000s. There was a bunch of millionaires that wanted to. They had put into, I forget what company it was called, but they wanted to basically normalize like rocket ship travel. Be like, yeah,
Yeah.
go from like California to Florida in like 40 minutes. And I was like,
Amazing.
that would be cool. Like that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I guess it became too expensive, and they're like, no one's gonna
Yeah.
pay that. Like, and they were gonna try like what Elon did, like only go to like the 1% of 1% first, have them fund it, make it
Right.
cheaper, and then.
Yeah.
But even then, there was like, ah.
Well, they should have put in the maglev. Remember, they have maglev trains in the 70s that we could have put in. They go like 400 miles an hour, and you could get to those pretty quickly. I mean, you can get across the country in like an hour. Depending on the speeds that they'd be able to go, and now the technology is probably even faster. You see them in China, but we never put any up, unless you believe that we put them underground. There's some people that think that. Underground cities, tunnels.
I mean,
You guys are understanding the round thing you're saying it's light and the round thing's NASA. That they digitally created. I hear that. Me and Zombie were having this discussion. Zombie's on the fence. And I'm like, I don't believe it. Everything's round. He's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, we were having the show the other night. And I'm like, did Shane from Earth2 get it wrong? Did he design the wrong globe? Did he not do we're gonna have to let him know. Like he's got it wrong.
There's what's that song from was made in a Hollywood Californication, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like they go over that in like the song lyric. It's like, oh yeah, made in Hollywood.
No, but do you think the moon landing was real?
Again, I'm 99% sure it was, but well, I guess I'm like 98% sure. I forget what like Joe Rogan podcast it was where somebody on there had explained, and they did it fairly eloquently. They're like, I believe we went to the moon. I believe that there's a bunch of stuff up there that no one, like that in Antarctica is like, okay, why is no one allowed to claim ownership of Antarctica or ownership of the moon? And it's like, there's something fishy. And I believe I believe we went to the moon, but I believe that the footage is faked. Like the footage.
I think they faked a lot of the footage. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe I didn't, I was like, okay, maybe that's true.
Yeah.
And again, the way they explained it, it was like, this is a possibility. Yeah. However unlikely, it seems that, what if they found something on the moon and Antarctica that are both, where suddenly all the nations are just like, let's just be really chill about this and not tell, because I had two friends that had served in Antarctica, because you can have like science and military expert, like all the nations can go to whatever.
Do they see UFOs down there?
So I haven't looked into this, but there's I don't know if there was a guy, I'm sure there was, but apparently in 90s there was, you could go like exploring like in Antarctica, and then if you go down there, at least in the mid 2000s, or even early 2010s, even when you go down there and you do like your 6-month, 2-year tour down there, whatever it is, there are perimeters that you can't go past, like you shouldn't, and then there's security forces outside of them to make sure that you don't. And then I was like, okay, like either a couple of things here is happening. One is that supposedly someone in like the 90s or whatever had gone exploring, and because military a lot of times were fucking stupid, they went in like a whiteout and they died, and that's the cause of like the rule. Or there's something that's out there that they can't have anybody look at. So even though, again, I'm sure that 99%, maybe 98%, that we're probably it's probably just for that safety reason.
Yeah.
For the government, I just wouldn't put it past them to be like, hey, not ready for this. No,
Well, there was a submarine base after World War II, a Nazi submarine base called Base 211 in an area called Neo-Schwabenland.
was that?
And it was a base that supposedly Admiral Byrd and several ships went down there to fight it out with them after the war. And that was an Operation High Jump. And they went down there. We lost some ships. They classified it as a scientific mission at first, and then they declassified it. And then all of a sudden, Admiral Byrd later started talking about how he saw a hollow opening in the earth, and that it was the great unknown, the land that we can go see and chart new things. And there's all kinds of crazy things he saw there. And then supposedly he got thrown out of a window later, committing suicide. So yeah, a lot of strange things happening with Antarctica. And we can't go there.
So Admiral Byrd was also that person that supposedly he was in a flight because of the poles, his radar compass got fucked up, and then he got escorted and landed in this place
that he described, like that was amazing. Supposedly, was it an opening?
Do you think he's crazy? Do you think
No, I don't think he's crazy. I think there probably is an opening there, somewhere, and I think that probably the Nazis found it. I think they put a submarine base near there, and they freaking dug in, and I don't think they left, and probably later they ended up signing a treaty with the U.S. For technology. We got Operation Paperclip. We received a ton of their scientists, and like Werner von Braun, and then notice we never went after a lot of the people like Dr. Mengele in Argentina. And Argentina is not far from Antarctica. So, there's that convenience of, and now we see Hitler didn't die. That he also had 2 kids in Argentina. They just declassified that.
Can you send me that? Because I did not hear about that.
Yeah.
And
he had 2 daughters. Yeah. And they had a photo. I had a book on it before that.
Is some of his...
There was a photo of him in Argentina in the 50s.
Send me that stuff. I would love.
Yeah, I will.
I love those rabbit holes.
Oh my gosh, and then the book was written by Nazi soldiers that wanted to know the truth, and they originally sought him out. And
his daughter's
later,
gonna be old as fuck now, right?
I think there's 2 of them.
Yeah, they've got to be 60s at least.
I would think. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I guess
I think he married I want to say a Muslim woman or something. I forget.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Oh, whoa. He's got brown children. No way.
Possibly. I got to look it up again. But yeah, he had 2 daughters. And I mean, they knew that skull wasn't him. Even the Russians knew. Freaking Stalin was like, we never got the bastard. He knew it wasn't. And he knew it wasn't that. But then they played it. They played it off like it was forever. So, and then they did the DNA test and it was a female. So it was like, come on. So, but yet the schools still teach that Hitler killed himself in the bunker. It's incredible.
I feel like I learned that too. Granted, I probably learned that in the 90s, 2000s, maybe. I feel so old sometimes.
He was helped underground. He was helped underground through a series of tunnels with the assistance of the Vatican. Italy and the Roman Church helped the Nazis escape with a ton of their gold and artwork and everything else. They put it in submarines and they headed down to Antarctica and Argentina.
Is there proof that people in the Vatican helped them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to send me some of that because that.
Oh, yeah, I will for sure. I got an incredible book on it it cites all kinds of stuff. Yeah, a couple books actually. Yeah.
God, I'm gonna eat that shit up.
I know it's dude. I was reading about it years ago, and it just takes you down a freaking rabbit hole, and you just love it. Just one more freaking conspiracy. But then later, I was so happy to see, you know, I was telling my kids for years, I was like, Hitler never died. And my kid was like, really, Dad? They're not teaching me that in school. And I'm like, just trust me. And he was like, read this book. And then he was like, okay. And then he believed it. His friends all told him that, you know, you're a liar. And then when Trump declassified, he was like, look at this. What do you think about this? And they're like, you're still a liar. And we're like, okay, what's going on here? It's just
Bury
like
their heads in the sand.
dude, it's just they'll just keep believing it forever. It's incredible. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess like some people just they like have their views. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I don't want to. And like, I guess to their credit, they if it's not important to them, it's like I like when I was like a truther or try to like wake people up. Like they gotta know. They gotta know what the government's like lying to them, taking away the free. But it's like now, 15 years later, does it really like? I mean, I guess it still matters, but it's like I feel like working to help humanity in other ways is better. Like, who would they rather listen to?
Yeah.
A 20-year-old that's kind of like, what do you do again? It's like, okay, you're like this veterinarian assistant and you're talking about this big government stuff, or do they want to listen? Or do they want to listen to like someone that, hey, like they want to listen to someone for something else, and then suddenly
you can slip in the conversation when it's right.
Yeah,
you know, and I used to be cynical too from all that stuff. When I used to read about all that, man, it takes you down a dark hole, you know, with the Illuminati and Freemasonry and the bloodlines, and you just feel like all hope is lost, you know. And
you want to rip your hair out because people aren't listening. It's like, oh, why don't I kind of wake them up? Why don't they care?
And nobody wants to hear it. Yeah. And then you're just like, you're this conspiracy junkie, and like you just feel like you're Neo in the Matrix, and everyone around you is just going about their day. And then suddenly you realize maybe I should just go about my day and then wait for a good time to have a conversation with someone.
That's part of why I went into the military, because there was this one fucking kid, Frank, that he was like, he probably shouldn't have been in general. I think he got like kicked out, like I think like 2 years after joining. But me, him, and this one other guy, we were like friends in high school, and he was like on leave from like the military. I was like 20, we were all like 20, and talking about something about some type of food, and Frank's like, oh no, that's a delicacy in like this part of the world. I was like, is it really? And I guess in 2010, like whatever, like Google on your phone wasn't that good in certain parts of the world. And my other friend that wasn't in the military was like, yeah, I'm gonna believe him over this. So he was like, and I'm thinking like, okay, well maybe I guess in the military. I was like, so part of me joining was just so that it would give me a little bit more credibility as to like, even if I didn't deserve it, of just like to what things go. Like, okay, why do I suddenly have credibility now? Because I can fire a gun, I know how to clear a room, I know how to do it, you know. But
you kind of felt like you were somebody. You were somebody that someone would listen to. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then I kind of saw that the more, and it doesn't really matter how successful you or what you're successful at, but if you can become successful in like one thing, that usually gives you a little more credibility. Like I don't know, it's like doctors talking about whatever. It's like, well, this person's a doctor, so they probably know what they're talking about. Even if they don't, you just kind of assume that they do. So I feel like that's the route I kind of took. Like, okay, try to become a beast in one thing, and then while you're talking about something, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. What? And then then suddenly
there's 3 things that don't hang themselves: Christmas lights, drywall, and Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, it was so great. I got to get that shirt. It would be so fantastic.
Bro, I was ready to fucking hang myself when Sparky told me I was like 50 the other day.
So I was following her into the party, and I'm like, I know this girl. Like, why is because we were trying to figure out where it was at. Are we in the right building? And then she was walking in with, I think, her boyfriend or something. And then he was wearing blue jeans. And I'm like, there's no way he's going to the party, because I think you have to dress up, right? That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, then I see them walk upstairs and I'm like, I think that girl's a VeVe girl. And then sure enough, I didn't end up talking to her, but then I saw her post later in X and I'm like, that was the girl, Sparky.
Yeah.
And then she ended up following me, I guess. But yeah.
So they yeah, that was her friend Justin. I guess that's who she was staying with that night, because she didn't. So so she took the day off. Like, she's a teacher in like Philly, and I was like, "Bros, take the day off. Come meet us at the con. Come meet us early."
Yeah.
Eventually, she wound up taking the day off, but then she didn't leave until like 3 anyway. I was like, "You could have just worked." And then when she came in, so she met us there, and long story. So she posted this picture of me and Tammy saying like, "Don't know what I'd do without them, my besties."
Yes, I saw that one. Yeah.
So Tammy's like my 2 favorite people. And then Sparky says, "Dad and Mom." And I was like, "Sparky, I'm
Dad?
3 years older than you." And she's like, "Oh my God, you're only 34?" And I was like, "Girl." So I've been doing legit 2-a-days now since then, like twice a day, hitting it hard. Like that was.
You're actually
a
lot taller than I thought you would be. I was
thank
picturing you being smaller because you're Peruvian, and Peruvian people are like super small.
Yeah, they're like 5'4". They're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And how tall are you? You're like probably 5'8", right?
5'9". So,
5'9"? Yeah, I mean that's tall for a Peruvian dude.
There's this place I
was like, wow, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, there's this place I used to live in Huntington.
And you've been working out. You're jacked, right?
A
little bit.
I mean, so it's.
I mean, you look like you could be my.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, look at your arms. I mean, you look like you could be my dad, but.
So there's
I'm just kidding.
What was it? I couldn't work out for like a good like 15 months, and then because my back was just like destroyed. But then I slowly started getting better. I'm at like 85% mobility now. I'm doing really well. But
and that was because you started stretching your spine out.
Yeah, the inverter. I hang upside down. Yeah, that fucking miracle worker.
Remember I was saying to try to hang from stuff to try to get that separation?
That would work better if I had bigger legs and more weight on the bottom of me, but my legs are just so skinny that it doesn't work. Anyway, so from like inactivity and really not getting good nutrition to like having the best nutrition, plus taking a bunch of creatine, plus a bunch of protein, plus just overloading on stuff, starting to slowly get it there. So I just got like the newbie gains. And so from again, I'm going to try to from late August to this October, where I just was a pretty night and day difference. But now from October to next month in November is going to be even better. I can't wait.
Wow, that's insane.
So
she got you motivated.
She did. So I'm doing 2-a-days now, and I'm gonna get fucking ripped and get shredded.
Maybe she's doing that on purpose just to get you motivated.
I mean, so
she's like, "Thanks, Dad."
She usually has a lot of common sense, and I feel like if somebody's like on Snapchat and they are as obsessed with Pokemon and Gilmore Girls, like there's no way. Like I know I don't.
You're
look
obviously
30.
younger.
I know I don't, but I feel like I don't look 50. I now, granted, Tammy is 50, but she looks like she's like 40.
She doesn't look like she's 50. I would say 40.
She looks great. She looks like she's 40. So maybe she thought like, oh, okay, well, Tammy's 50 and she looks younger, and she's really good pals with Chavez. So, maybe he looks like he's 40 and he's actually 50 as well. I mean, call me 40. Okay, that's not too far off.
She's calling you 50.
But like, fuck, bro. Like man, that.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You used to sleep. Remember, didn't you used to sleep like on a couch? You were couching it for how long? And then you started sleep. Are you sleeping in a bed now?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been in bed for like over a year now. Yeah, probably a couple
See,
years.
and
Yeah.
that's why you're having back problems because you were going so hard for so long. You ever heard that theory before where you're just used to like having like living things rough, and then unless you're sleeping on something rough, like
Yeah.
you're not comfortable, and it causes actually more problems than it's worth.
That reminds me of that scene in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie where I think
Uh-huh.
it's like rough, but he's in the tub and he's like,
Yeah, he's passed out in the tub, and he's just like so comfortable.
bro, he's
Dude,
like, that looks like a night out with your boys, like after you're just like, and you
yeah.
just fell asleep in that
I'll
tub.
never forget that show you did. You were like, I'm not buying a bed because I have to suffer. I
Yeah.
gotta get this bread for this crypto. This was years ago, and I'm just like, man, I respect that. That was so
Yeah.
cool.
Kind of hecked me up, but you know what?
Yeah.
Um,
In the Taco Bell.
if the U.S. didn't go to the moon, Russia would have told the world. Oh, maybe,
Yeah, they
they
probably
would
would
have.
have. Yeah.
Why can
Good
we
point,
see the
Ben.
sun and the moon in the same? Yeah, I don't. So that's another thing. Like
Mhm.
I can see the moon during the day and also at
Yeah.
night, and I don't know why. I'm sure there's a logical explanation. I just don't know
Mhm.
what that is. Why?
Yeah.
Why can I see that?
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts were that the sun has to get up to a certain height to fully block out the reflection of the moon itself, right? I mean,
So is the moon
because the
just
moon
always
is
there?
reflecting light.
But how can I see the moon twice?
Oh, you mean later on that day?
Well, I mean, I could see it like during the day, but then I also
Several
see
times
it at
throughout the
night.
year.
And how do I see it both times?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It,
I need like a scientist on. Oh well,
the
we'll
Earth
get
is
him on.
flat. It's zombie confirmed it. It's flat.
That is a cool Mario and Luigi pick behind you. It's pretty dope.
Yes. So this. So let me take it off so you guys can see it.
Take it off. Take it all off. Ooh, ooh.
So what's cool about this is it's actually comics.
Oh, that is dope.
It's like freaking Spider-Man. If you look close, there's Hulk, and it's all ripped up comics created by an artist to bring it together to give it an image.
God, that's so cool.
Isn't that amazing?
I would have
When I
had no
saw that, I
idea.
was like, that is insane. Yeah, look at all that. And this
That's
guy
really
does
cool.
all kinds of IP like that. I mean, I know he doesn't have the rights for it, but it's just such a
Yeah,
cool concept, right?
that's really dope.
Yeah, and then far away, it's like, no, that's Luigi and Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Ben in Korea's uncle was in Antarctica for years. No alien sights. Interesting. Might
Really?
be weird.
That's interesting.
Thing is, you have to prove we didn't go to the moon.
Wait, he's lived down in Anacar? Like he's got a shack there, or like
Maybe he lived down there
he might have been on
as
a
a
base.
scientist or as a military person. I don't.
So what do you think about the Pyre Reese map? Um,
Is that the
there's
one that's like really old,
yeah,
and there was like drawings of like
it's
other.
it's the coastline of Antarctica, but it shows it all green, like forested, and it was like I think it was the 1500s, but it was a copy of a previous map, right? But it's detailed the coastline of Antarctica, and obviously it's all frozen. But when they do like a scan of the actual coastline, it matches up with the Pyre Reese map. So there's no way anyone could have made that unless they were there and made it when there was no ice on Antarctica.
I was gonna say, wasn't there that map came out before people could sail around the world, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
supposedly. Yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling they've been sailing around the world for thousands and thousands of years. I mean, you know, it seems like every culture was in contact with each other. In my opinion.
There's this one dude that I watched a few of his videos. It's been like a week though, maybe more. I gotta find it here. And I had watched a couple of them, and they got like tens of millions of views.
Mhm.
He's got this thing called like a hecklefish. I don't know if
Let
that
me
rings
show you
any
something
bells.
else. Hang on a second. Let me show you something else I got too.
Okay.
So in New York, we talked about it on our show, but check that out.
Oh, epic! The ghost. Yeah, I saw the pictures.
So yeah, so it's an actual fire department. I couldn't believe that. That's insane. So I'm like, I have to get this. I don't care what the price is. And I bought the statue from Dude at the party. Jason Naylor.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show that off real quick. There we go.
Yeah.
My first art statue, and it's graffiti. I thought that was pretty cool. So he signed it, and we took a picture together. I'm sure you saw it already, but
yeah, he's a cool dude. I'll get him back on the podcast soon.
Yeah, did you have him on before?
Yeah, he's fun.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that then. Because yeah, very cool dude. I love graffiti art, and he's all about like spreading love and however whatever. But he seemed like a good guy.
Yeah, let me see. It was this year, I think. I had to find it from.
Was it?
Or maybe maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, it's Chavez podcast number 226. Jason Naylor. He's right between Al and his wife Jillian.
What? Okay, what was? How long ago was it?
Number 226.
Number 226.
And that is from. Oh, it's 11 months ago. It was November 12th. November 12th. Add him on for 43 minutes. So it was a short.
Okay. I mean that's pretty long for someone. I mean, usually you can't get David on for that long,
That's true.
David's like pops in for like 15 minutes and he's like, all right, I gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, so the channel I was talking about before is called the Y Files. And one video is called like Tesla knew the secret of the Great Pyramids, unlimited energy, power of the world. So he's got like multiple videos like this, and he goes over all of like and he has had one with like Antarctica. So one of the things is like, so everyone knows like Pangea now, like they know like that, but I guess that had happened multiple times throughout like history. And it's his theory that, well, it's not his, but he subscribes to it, that humans have been around a lot, but we get like reset every now and then with like a big ice storm or a big flood or a big whatever.
He's astrocatastrophism. Yeah, something dramatic happens, like a comet or freaking something else, and it wipes out the civilization, and then they have to relearn everything all over again. But they said that in the writings of Plato. The Egyptian priest talking to Solon said, we're just a legacy culture of the cultures that have been, and that we get wiped out every so often. And he's like, you Greeks, you're a young culture because you didn't keep anything. You lost everything. So he said, but we have everything in our archives when they had the Library of Alexandria. And yeah, there's been multiple cataclysms throughout history.
I'm curious what books are in the Vatican that no one's allowed to read and go into. Like
everything that would tell us the truth about everything, probably.
Zombie says, all you have to do is look at the shit ton of evidence, make up your own mind. And how do you prove that? Be as stupid as me saying, prove to me that we did everything is subjective. Fair point. The burden is on the claim we didn't go to the moon. The evidence is going extremely outweighs the anecdotal evidence against. I feel you. Oktoberfest is big in Argentina. Wait, is it real? I bet it is.
So Ben in Korea is an Eon Rift holder, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ben's the man. Yep.
Yeah, Ben's cool. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Oktoberfest in Argentina. Ever since getting on this diet, I want beer so badly. I want, like, my friend opened up a White Claw the other day, and I was like, bro, that looks so good. He's like,
you're like salivating over it.
He's like, you can have one. There's plenty in the fridge. I was like, I can't. I was called 50, and I need to lose all the chunk.
The whole time I was in New York, I was drinking NA beers, and I love the taste of beer too. But there's so many companies that make really good NA beer now. It's like you can get it anywhere.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people that don't drink, and so they find a market for it.
There was this Reddit post. Are you familiar with the "Am I the Asshole"?
No.
So there'll be these people that say like, hey, this situation happened. This is exactly how it happened. Am I the asshole here?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one chick who just started like bartending, and then somebody comes in. It's like, "Hey, I had a beer." It's like, "Yeah, sure. What type?" Just any beer. Okay. Gives him a beer.
Yeah.
And he didn't actually say any beer. He said NA beer, but it sounded
Ah,
like any beer. So,
dang.
like to me, that seems like it's on the dude that told her. Like, I don't think that's on this new bartender.
Yeah, and he should have looked.
Yeah.
They all clearly say, I always look. I'm like, because they'll say what brand it is. I like Athletic. Athletic's a really good one in Ohio. You can get it at like Whole Foods and different places, and a lot of bars sell it. But
Yeah.
it's just like an IPA. And but like Heineken Zero, I mean, it says zero on there. You're gonna see that it says zero. So that's on him.
Yeah.
Did he just start drinking and just
Yeah. So
step
apparently the dude, like, he started drinking and he
he
lost
relapsed?
his shit. He like was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck? I've been sober for blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And I was like, it seemed like he wanted to like get drunk, like he wanted the beer, and he just didn't want to take accountability.
Yeah. So I had this situation when I was like 5 or 8 years into not drinking, and I'm over at
Yeah.
a friend's house, and he's from Armenia. His dad was from Armenia. And he goes over to the liquor cabinet and he cracks open this bottle and he's like, Bill, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. He's like Russian. And he speaks Russian. He's got this really deep voice and he's like, drink, you have drink. And then he like sets it in front of me and I'm just like, if I say no to this dude right now, like I am slapping him in the face and he's just gonna throw me out the window.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, okay, like, just like I'm not gonna offend this guy right now. So, but I've been going strong for I don't know, 16 years, 17 years or something like that.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
so
dude, I drank so much in my younger years that I
yeah.
started getting mean and that's not good.
Oh,
Yeah, I drank a lifetime supply already.
yeah. When you say you started getting mean, like you were like an angry
I
drunk
started bla-
after?
I started blacking out.
Oh,
Blackout, get drunk, you don't know what happened, you start getting in fights and stuff.
gotcha. So that's one of the things where I think I would struggle. Hey, if I like that Armenian dude you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like somebody said about being like a good dad before, and I was like, listen, those little intricacies of you want to teach your kids to be like, no, you have to stand up. Like, if there's anyone putting you in a position that you don't want to do something, like, no, you should tell them you shouldn't do it. But in that type of situation, like, yeah,
No,
there's certain,
that's a cultural thing, and he was gonna freak out, like
yeah.
because
So like,
in their culture, you drink, and it's like a sign of like respect and celebration. We're having a moment together, So it was like, I mean, honestly, if you'd have broke out a cigar, I probably would have took that too. You know what I mean? Just because
yeah,
you don't want to disrespect somebody like that, and just because it's not that I can't have a drink, it's just that I just choose not to, and
yeah.
so, but I used to smoke and drink,
But like,
and
how do I explain that to like a kid? Like, how do I parent that situation? Like, sometimes it's okay if this is like,
are
do
you
I just
saying you
show
got
them
a
that?
kid on the way?
No, but I
Is that what
fucking
you
hope not.
said?
I,
No.
dude,
So
uh,
here's what I told my kids, and this is why I stopped drinking. So I
mm,
said, so my dad was a severe alcoholic, right? Which obviously caused me to be an alcoholic. And so I didn't want to raise my kids to see me have a beer in my hand and say, I don't want you to drink and a cigarette, right? And I kind of wanted them to choose for themselves what they wanted to do. And so that's why I quit. I quit smoking, I quit drinking because I didn't want to set that example. And I wanted them to be able to choose for themselves. And if they smoke and drink someday when they get older or whatever, that's on them. But I at least set that good example. And, I didn't want to make them feel like that's the thing to do. You just be your own person. If that's what you want to do, that's what you're going to do. But don't let me influence you to think that you have to be this way.
So if we replace drinking with, you've seen what's that? Indiana Jones, where they're in this very poor part of the world, and like the girl that's with them, like they're about to
the
eat.
brains, the monkey brains.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like, so obviously in
you
that situation,
you
yeah,
smash
you
those
eat,
monkey brains.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. But like,
Yeah.
how do you parent? Like, do I just show them that movie and be like, here's where it's okay?
Yeah.
Where you could like,
Well,
I don't know how to explain it.
I've told them the story about, because they knew that family too. They were over their house all the time. So I told them that story. I said, yeah, of course I took a drink. I did not want to disrespect this guy. That's because he was from Armenia. Like, he's not, like, he was Russian. They speak Russian over there. And like, no matter what they're saying, it sounds like they're like yelling at you, that's just how they talk. And
It's an angry language.
yeah. And his English, like, the only thing he would say, how are you today, Bill? How are you? And that was it. Like, that's the only communication we could really have together. So if I would have said no, he'd have been like, what? Like, get out of my house. I mean, for real, he would have been pissed. So,
Yeah.
I didn't want to disrespect him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to go be like, I don't know how to parent that situation. I don't know how to. So
you just be you, man.
I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes it'd be like, yeah, no, like do what I feel like. I'm very agreeable with stuff, and then other thing is just like, can't do it.
When you actually have kids, you start to change, and you start thinking about different things. Like, I never thought about the things I think about now, until I had kids. And it's just like, it changes you for some reason, especially as a man. You start, you become the protector of your household. You want to set the record straight for them, teach them certain things, how to grow up, how to be raised, how to treat women. And it's just like, you don't think about those things when you're a bachelor. It's a whole different lifestyle. And then everything, obviously is wrapped around them. You want to do everything with them. You want to make sure they're safe. And then they start getting older, and then, they want to do their own thing. It sucks. The little one that used to be like your best friend now has other best friends.
I've read that when the kids get to that, it's like going through like the slowest breakup of like your first love.
Yes, it is. It's kind of like that. Yeah, a little bit. But they're just becoming people, I had to stop myself from like really forcing my son in what to think or what to enjoy, and realize that he needed to grow up and be himself. I struggled with that, because I was like, no, we don't do this. This is how things are. I don't want you getting involved in this because I don't do that. And then I was like, what am I doing? Like, he's not going to have a personality if I keep doing that, So you got to kind of let them grow and make friends and do their own thing, Yes, TMT. Let's go. Dude, if they have a 1 of 1, I'm going to like blow my brains out. Like, please give me thousands of editions, please.
I want to make sure. Are you going to go and try to get the? Are you going to try to get the like matching set, like number? I don't know what numbers are probably special for them.
I hope they load the boat with editions, numbers, and collectibles all at once. No. And I still think it'll sell out. I mean, it's TMNT, man. Everyone's like our age. I mean, I'm sure you're a little younger, so you probably didn't grow up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but there's a lot of people in there that are my age, and they're probably I would think they'd go hard on this.
Yeah. Some things that I wouldn't expect, like RoboCop selling out, I feel like this will probably do really well, because a lot of people will be like, yeah, I remember.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Problem with talking to a scientist, they've been taught from the same books. Yeah, dude, they're so brainwashed. Most of them, so we were talking on the show the other day, and Fro Okomi, he got in it with this archaeologist lady that I was chatting with, because she was trying to like demean me, basically, and talking about megaliths and different things. And Fro was like, bam, he's like, get off my boy. What are you doing? And he put her in her place. He was like, no, what Bill's saying right. There's knobs and they're all the same structures all over the earth. You don't know what you're talking about. It was pretty funny.
So I had to
So
go.
that's your little setup back there?
Well, that's like, so
is-
I use that for, so I'll go to the gym and I'll just do whatever workout at the gym. I'll come home and eat a big meal. Like I'll have a bunch of roast beef, some cheese, a protein shake, and it'll, so what we got there?
Go ahead, keep talking. I'm just showing.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that ghost freaking amazing? It's
So
so
it'll be like 1:30-ish when I come back and I have that big meal of protein. Like it's like 70 something grams of protein. It's like 600 calories. It's a good meal.
yeah.
And then like 2 hours later, after I'll make sure there's no meetings. I'll come down for like 20 minutes, half hour, and I'll just do like a separate ab workout. I'll do, and part of it is just hanging on that and just doing some like leg lifts, doing some whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll have it. So today I experimented with just eating 3 times today. The second meal was 4 whole eggs, another like 20 grams of protein worth of egg whites with some pepper and hot sauce. And then the last meal was the same. It was like a roast beef sandwich, some cheese, and a protein shake. And when I have the protein shakes, first after I come back from the gym, and most recent, like I guess 3 hours ago now, I put creatine in there as well. So there's.
Have you tried intermittent fasting?
Yes, I do that every day. So normally I have like a 14-hour fast.
Yeah.
Today though, instead of like my last meal would be like at like 11:30.
Yeah.
And then I would eat at 1:30 the next day. So now this is at 7:39 was the last meal. So my first meal was at 1:35. My last meal was at 7:39. So I'll have like an 18-hour fast for tomorrow.
Well, you're like really militant about this. You're like
Yeah.
7:39, 36 seconds.
Yeah, so I had 207 grams
Yeah.
of protein, 1950 calories. So the calories are really, I've been in a caloric deficit for a while. I'm also off of hot water. I only take cold showers now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How do you get the grease off the chode there? You just gotta like saturate it?
Well, I mean, you still, you know, I mean, you still do like, no, you could do, you still do it. You still clean everywhere.
It probably wakes you up like big time too in the morning. Like you're just
Well,
super
I don't shower in the morning. I shower like at like 6 in the afternoon, maybe, because
Yeah.
because I want to go to bed clean and then
Me too.
wake up
I'm the same way. Yeah. Just
then
go.
wake up, kind of go to the gym, and then but it's, yeah, so now I have to, so I was in New York City I had a couple meetings for daCat, and one of them I have to supposed to write like a 1-page proposal of what I want their character's IP to do in the daCat universe, and
Yeah.
I can't do it in 1 page, so I'm just gonna write a whole fucking comic and be like, hey, this
Are
is
we gonna get a daCat comic this year?
I don't know. The artist has got a full-time job and a wife and kids, and some of them are like not like little, but they're like
Yeah.
single-digit age. And the comic's going to be 80 pages. It's
80 pages.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we've edited the first like 40. Like we're like, because like after he draws like, hey, can we do this here, do this there?
Yeah.
And he's usually very agreeable with stuff. So here's just like, these are like and these are all,
And this is issue 1's gonna be 80 pages?
yeah.
Can I get a cameo of getting killed or something? Can I be like
we
one of
could
those guys that gets ran over or something like that?
do that in issue 3.
Bill gets brutally murdered?
Yeah, because there's a I don't want to give it away, but I mean there's big battles happening in every comic, like not just
Yeah.
daCat, like even with Ladies on Solana, where it's just these 2 chicks that they inherit this like ranch, and
It's gotta be
town,
brutal. Yeah.
Oh, dude. So in Ladies on Solana in the comic, there's a town of like 1,000 people,
Yeah.
and these two kids, they like ride like their motorbikes or like their dirt bikes, whatever, over to their four wheelers over to this chick's place, and they're like, they met at the grocery store one day, and interviewing them for the school paper because like
Mhm.
new people in town, that's like big news for a town with 1,000 people,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, sure. And then they're over there one afternoon, and the girls have like this like secret is that there were poachers, and like in one of the scenes, it's like one of the poachers is still like hanging in one of the barns, like it's like on
Dang.
meat hooks. It's fucking brutal.
Yes.
um
Okay. So
so
this
they're
is
like,
like some Texas Chainsaw Massacre type stuff.
well,
Meets
this
John
is,
Wick.
so the ladies are, I think I have them as like one of them former military or both former military, but they're like nurses now, like they're ranch hands, and they were hired by this dude. The dude died, and they're like, okay, I guess we go now. But the dude like left the ranch to them. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is fucking sweet.
Yeah.
So the kids tell him like, did you know that your ranch is right on the disappearing divide? Like in reality, it's supposed to be in like northern, like Montana or whatever. But in this
Mhm.
world, it's not like really the U.S. But that's where it's based off of, because the one kid
Yeah.
is like Native American, the other kid is like white, and they have a good dynamic. It's a little racy, but really fun. They're good friends.
Yeah.
Um, so she's like, "Oh yeah, we heard there was people disappearing, and people do disappear, but one of them was because the poacher that went to go heck her
Yeah.
stuff, and. Anyway, they go and they see like, yeah, we have cameras here, and they see this monster, and they see these other like kind of wolf type things that this monster's like kind of controlling. He grunts, and they see it on the security camera. And I was like, bro, like, is that Bigfoot? And long story short, there's a Mexican standoff between the girls, the poachers that are coming back for their dude,
Yeah.
and then Bigfoot. And Bigfoot takes a four-wheeler and he yeets it and fucking crushes it. It is so good.
That's
And
amazing.
it's, oh dude. But anyway, even for like something small like Ladies on Solana, like there's still action in all of them. So we could
Mhm.
definitely have you just get murked in a net. Like, let me know how you want it to happen, and we'll
Yeah.
have it happen.
I don't know, just some random guy come, just a guy in the background just getting wasted or something.
Okay. We could
Yeah.
have that.
I'll be like,
In the
there it
third,
was.
yeah, third con, we'll have you in
It'd be
we could
funny.
have you in a shirt. Well, I don't know if it would work if you're like a soldier, because they would have uniforms.
Yeah.
But I would love you to have a shirt that just has like your show of just the Bill and
That'd be
zombies.
cool. And they just
Yeah, that.
just 1,000 bullets just gets riddled through.
um, we could have that as like a running joke where each each battle, somebody with Bill and zombies metaverse adventure just gets fucked. Like they just
Yes, that would be great. It just gets
that we
It's like Who Killed Kenny?
yeah, you bastards.
It just dies in different ways. Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
that'd be fun. But yeah, so so for Nike the Pig, it was supposed to be like 25 pages. Because I told them it would be between 22 and 32 pages, like but the way I write is very dialogue heavy, and they're like, we can't fit this all on one page. So every page was made into two. So they're going to be 50
Yeah.
pages. The
So
second,
you're making other people's comics, and you're
yeah.
also adding those characters into the Cat universe too?
Oh, dude. So this was when we first started. We wanted like a Marvel or DC artist, and they charge like $400 or $500 a page, and it was like,
Wow.
we can't afford that. So we put out some feelers like, hey, we're going to be on VeVe. If you want your characters on here, that's going to be on the largest digital collection platform in the world, reach out. So immediately we had Sharby, we had Crappy Bird, and we had Chaos on the Chain. So like, we
Yeah,
want to
because
be
it was
in.
a great idea that you came up with. Did you come up with that idea?
Um,
Because that's an incredible idea.
so originally, no. Originally,
Yeah.
the comic curator program was something that I had heard about like through the
Yeah.
grapevine.
Mhm.
And I went to Dave, I was like, hey, listen, here's a fun idea, like, and it just how like
Yeah.
we and again, I told him it started just like this. Like we originally couldn't afford like this Marvel DC artist, so we raised money by having these people pay us to get into the comic.
Yeah.
But then we realized that all of their communities, if they want to buy and support, they're going to go on VeVe. And he's like, "Oh, that's a really good idea." I was like, "I know, it's just like peanut butter.
Yeah.
It just happened."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Okay,
So you're just
let's."
brainstorming.
I was like, "Let's do this." So we got after word got out, and I didn't even have to mention it. I just put out a status. I think it's my pinned status, got like 98,000 views. You had Solana Wolfpack, Ladies on Solana, and Space Penguins reach out, and they're like, "Can we be a part of this?" So I was like, "Listen, the first two comics are already written. I can't get you into the first one. Like,
Right.
but what I can do
It'll be like
though,
500 pages by the time
yeah,
you're done.
it's like but what I can do is I can write separate comics for you, and then at the end of your comic, it'd be like a Marvel scene. We'll get you to like someone from the human race, at least from Ladies on Solana and the Solana Wolfpack. There are people from the human race in the cat number one that goes out to them and says like, "Hey, there's this big battle coming," and it is not an understatement to say that the fate of the world rests in everyone that we can get's hands. We
Yeah.
need you to come, and that happens at the end of Ladies on Solana. That happens at the end of Solana Wolfpack. It doesn't happen at the end of Space Penguins though, because the end of Space Penguins it is directly in ties directly into the middle of the cat number 3.
Yeah.
And while all that's going on, Nike, like the end of Space Penguins, which has some OG monsters in it, because there's some monsters that are in public domain and I can use them. Nike the Pig, the first scene is the last scene of Space Penguins. And the reason why they're able to see it, even though they're in a different universe, is that Nike the Pig, there's a bunch of Nike the Pigs. Like in real life, there's 5,555 Nikes, and one of them's a stoner Nike. So I have him having like a big bag of mushrooms, and
Yeah.
he's able to hallucinate and see this other reality where his cosmic enemy has something to do with the cosmic entity that the Space Penguins are fighting, and
Okay.
and that's how he sees them. That goes into Space Penguins, or that goes into Nike number 1, and that goes into DigiJoints, another comic. So DigiJoints number 1 is basically Nike number 2, and we have it in there that at the end of Nike, or at the end of DigiJoints, they come into daCat. It's gonna be like number 5. It's gonna be after the battle. The big. So I have to go in and I have to write all of these separate stories that somehow intertwine in a story that the cat story that makes sense. And it's
Right. And deal with, do you just have the one artist too?
for daCat, yes.
Wow.
For Ladies on Solana, or I'm sorry, for Solana Wolfpack, there's their own artist.
Okay.
I have a meeting with Space Penguins tomorrow about their artist. For Ladies on Solana, we got fucked. There's this. So there's this like I don't. It's not my IP.
Yeah.
This one guy is Filipino dude. He's like, and there's a Filipino dude that did Solana Wolfpack, and it looks amazing. Like it
Yeah.
looks really good. But for Ladies on Solana, this one Filipino dude, he drew like 6, 8 pages, whatever. I was like, hey, and so he wanted something up front, like money up front. Philippines, they don't have a lot of money. Okay, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah.
He
Right.
does the first like 6, 8 pages. Like, can I get paid for that? Okay, listen, like, yes, but before you do the next pages, you have to fix, these notes in these pages here.
Yeah.
He gives me like another few pages, and he's like, hey, can I get more payments? My house just blew away in like a monsoon, and he could have very well like been telling the truth, but it's
Yeah.
like,
Their
hey,
houses
listen, like,
are kind of put together kind of rough down
yeah,
there.
I was like, listen, I already paid you like more than what I should have,
Yeah.
and I've literally asked you to correct this one fucking thing like 6 times. You haven't fucking done it. You haven't given me any new pages. And I understand if your house blows away, but continually like asking me for money when none of the work that I've asked for is done. I shouldn't say none. He did do a certain amount of pages. Anyway, dude just went ghost. And I was like, okay,
no.
So like, which is like, so once the bull market kind of takes off, I'm just gonna hire a legit artist for all of them because the stories are very good, and it's a whole big universe that is absolutely. Did you see the trailer?
I did, yeah. I did see the one trailer you put out where it was just like a beginning trailer, right? Yeah, it looks cool.
That again, there's 19 first appearances.
I'm gonna buy the comic anyways. I mean, I don't even have to see the trailer. I don't care. I'll just buy it.
Bro, there's 19 first appearances in this first book.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because you're starting everything off, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's amazing. Where were we? We've had a couple of people comment here.
Zombie's really excited about the murder, death, kill. The murking.
Team OMI to 4 cents is coded. Yeah, Abe, let's go. Almost forgot. First one here.
Yeah,
totally
Abe's awesome.
2 hours after we started. What's up, Bill? Or what's up, Zombie? Saying hi to Bill. Be down for that in the background. Yeah. We'll try it. Yeah.
Dude, so the other thing, I would have been excited about Street Fighter, but when are we getting this? Right? Dude, like this after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is it right here. This is the freaking GOAT. That's the GOAT.
As I love Mario, like clearly, he's on my body. Once it's like exchanges. You could have we have BitGet recently or BingX, whatever, and we could get KuCoin, we can get Kraken, we can get these other things, but until you get Coinbase, like once you get Coinbase, nothing else really matters. I feel like, even though we already have Coinbase, kind of, technically, it's not like there's just no order book for it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you release Mario Brothers, any other IP can come on and be like, okay, cool. When more Mario Brothers?
Yes.
So I feel like even if they do have Nintendo, they're not going to release it for a while.
Yeah, they're clenching that to the chest.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. But I was excited. I didn't expect this one. I mean, you put up that video and I was like, is that S really standing for the freaking sewer? And yeah, it was. That was a good call.
So Cosmic Murder, Mass Murders, they did that. Tammy Hannah asked that the other day. Like, I don't know why people's names are coming up differently, but Zombie's gonna stack the comic. My man.
Yeah, of course he is.
We're gonna give out the cat tokens for people who stack or get certain mints. So y'all get over it.
I mean, it's a great idea. You're creating a universe. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I might do something similar with Eon. We'll see. It's gonna be a hostile takeover.
Oh yeah, let's go. I would love to try to be, but again, like if they're kind of struggling, like, do I want to put my IP and stuff on somewhere where people are going to buy it?
No, they just need a solution. They'll be fine. Yeah. If not, I'll just take all the rifters and buy it all myself, and then I'll create my own comics.
Do you have any candy NFTs?
I don't, because I was waiting for VeVe. I was like, I don't want to buy, on all these different platforms. It's kind of annoying to do that. I'd rather just buy it on VeVe.
Same.
It's just easy. Just like even buying OMI right now. I'm like, well, do I want to buy OMI or do I want to wait for the announcement of what we're getting on TMNT? I don't know, because honestly, OMI could be down at this price for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to be convinced that it's probably going to stay down there for a while until we see some major alts run, right? We need to see the major alts run first.
I mean, we have DEVVE that we kind of know when that's going to run. Whenever they release that, who their exchange partner is, it should run then. And now, granted, OMI could run at any time, or it could not run until next year. So I Yeah.
And then who knows about Definity? I'm waiting, that's just a waiting game for me. So
I mean, they're crushing it in revenue. What
yeah.
Bloomsbury Money came out and they announced Definity as their utility token, and it's like, and the price is just it's like,
Yeah.
crypto doesn't make sense at all. I don't know how daCat is worth 2 million and Definity is worth 2.9, and Definity is doing hundreds of thousands a month. Like that makes zero sense at all.
Yeah. Well, I started realizing, so I just started having some fun with the collectibles now. So, now that prices are low and we feel like we're not going to get anywhere anytime soon, I started playing around with the collectibles that I saw some memes on X, and it's actually pretty fun. People just got to start using what they have and just have a good time with it.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about the price. If we're not going to sell it right now anyways. I mean, my plan is to sell everything when it's 100x if it ever goes there. It's not, I'm not selling at a double or a triple. So just have fun with what you buy. Just like I accomplished the Electra set. I'm now Electra Gang.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of those is your favorite ones? Common, rare, secret rare?
I've been using the common for the memes mostly.
Yeah.
The secret rare obviously is motion, so it's going to be tougher to do that, but I'm having a little fun with it. So I think I got the whole set for like $25 because everything's so cheap, and I'm like, why wouldn't I do that, right?
I would say, yeah. The ones I bought recently, mostly comics. I got, what I get recently? It was, I think, up to 70 editions of Fantastic Four #1. The common, obviously, because they're like,
well, the Spider-Man one's like $4 right now. I'm like, what? Like
Spider-Man #1?
Yeah, like $4. So I'm up to, I think I'm up to 15% of Peach Momoko's comic, Ultimate X-Men 1 now. I own 15% of the supply, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah. So my goal is to just keep hammering away on that. Because I thought we were going to meet her at the party or something. I just wanted to tell her that. I was like, hey, by the way. And I never got to do that. So it's fine.
I got 72 Fantastic Four #1s. And they're $5 now. Yeah, I bought a bunch at like $6.82. I should probably, man, I should put more money. Yeah, I bought a bunch at $6.82. Now they're $4.99. I need more.
This is the only thing we need more money for right here. This.
Teenage Ninja Turtles. That's true. I had to go to my listings, see what
Did you have the toys when growing up?
I had the action figures that you could stand up, but there was like, I remember one not wanting to stand, and then randomly on my birthday, it got it to stand. I was like, oh, he never stands.
Yeah. I used to play with the little G.I. Joes too that were like that tall, and I would take a hammer to them and burn them on the grill just to like that they went through battle. It was amazing. Limbs would break up and everything.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Things we do as boys, right?
Yeah. Oh, I have a couple of Nova #1s and secret rares, and I'm gonna try to sell one because the floor was 251, so I'm gonna try to put it at 200.
Did you go for the ADRESS drop?
I did not.
I did.
Get anything?
Common Gang.
Gotcha.
The only reason why I did it was because it was like $35 retail. I missed, and I'm like, for $15, I might as well gamble the $2,000 to $3,000 bounty, right? Of course, I didn't get it.
But, they made 25 grand with that. Not bad. I didn't think they'd make that much. The Samurai Vader's finally sold out.
So what is the common at?
Vader?
Of course, I got a comment on that too.
Oh, I assume the common Vader's like $7.
Still, you think even after a sellout?
I'm gonna check now. I have to.
And did you see the new artwork that's out now too? I'm like,
for what?
The Spider-Man Venom, Scotty Young.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That's dope.
Minimum bid's $2,000, and I'm like, what? My luck, I would bid $2,000 and get it, and then wouldn't have any money for the turtles. right? But it's Scotty Young. I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna sell for 15 grand. What do you
Okay,
think?
I don't. 15's a lot. I would say.
For a Scotty?
I mean, in this market though, like, I just don't know if anyone has any money left.
Yeah. And they threw out so many Vampirella ones. I mean, who knows what those were even selling for? I stopped watching.
$8.50 for the Vader Samurai.
I mean, I had to go for it. It was just too good of a
got
Yeah. Total loss. It was voted most likely to be a pyro. Yes. No, I actually won best car.
Oh, what car did you have in high school?
I had a 1971 Dodge Polara 4-door. It was 6 colors, and it was a boat, and it was turquoise green. It was amazing. You could fit 8 people comfortably in it. I threw whole parties in that car.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fun.
I had first car was like a Ford Contour. It was like the worst piece of shit I ever had.
Yeah.
But then I had a Chevy Cavalier. So
yeah, Chevy Cavaliers are sweet.
That convertible was a chick magnet when you were 19. It was like, yeah.
You had the 90s version?
Chevy Cavalier. I don't know what year
Was it 90s? Yeah, 90s.
I don't think it was the 90s. I think
No?
it was definitely early 2000, because this was like 2009, 2010. So it was definitely early 2000s. It might have been 90s. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the convertible, I was like, yeah, this is sweet. That was a fun car. Yeah, after that, I didn't really have any good ones. I had a Honda Civic for most of my 20s and good gas mileage, and took a beating like no other, but not bad.
So, what are you predicting on this Turtles drop? What are we getting?
I don't know if I hope they don't do it like the lightsabers, where like you get the weapon, like, because the theme song's coming in the first thing, so you're probably getting the turtles with the weapons.
I would probably freak out if I didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm not trying to buy
they're
weapons separately.
you're probably going to be. They're all probably going to have their own headband color instead of it being the OG. Like they're all just red, so they'll probably be. I don't know if they'll have.
What if you got a battle statue though? So what if you like could buy all 4 and you burned it for the battle statue with all red bandanas, like OG?
Oh, that would be dope.
That would be
It
really
would force
cool.
people to get doubles because you want both, right? You know.
Yeah. Yes. That's we need to tell them to send that idea over. It's a great idea.
April,
to be like black and white too. That'd be sweet with the red bandana, just like the cover.
That'd be dope. I hope they do April O'Neil like they did with Rogue in the '90s, and they give her a booty. You know, I hope they give her like
the original cartoon April O'Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they don't make her like any of the new ones. I mean, the Megan Fox.
Was so salty at that new freaking cartoon movie they came out, and she was black, and I'm like, you made April O'Neil black? What is happening with our society?
They did that with Scooby-Doo too. They made like Velma black or like Shaggy black.
No, they did not.
It's like Velma or Shaggy, or I think both. Hold on, let me.
If you want to introduce a black character, you just enter a new character. You know what I mean? Like you don't why change what's already done right? I don't get it.
Okay, new Scooby-Doo cartoon. Yeah, Shaggy and Velma are black in the.
What? No way. It's culturally acceptable.
Okay, so well, this is showing a different, because there are new there's multiple Scooby-Doo cartoons, but it's just one of them that there's, and I can't find it now.
And the other thing that killed me was they made her unattractive at the same time. And then they had the Turtles guys like all into her. And I'm like,
There's no way.
what is this? Like, come on. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just funny. I mean, I liked the movie otherwise, but it was just different, you know.
Yeah. That's why I like if they make a Green Lantern movie and they want to make him black, do Jon Stewart. Because like that's the Green Lantern that I grew up with. Like he was in the Air Force, he was in I think the Marines, and he was it's a different Green Lantern. It's not like a different version of Hal Jordan. It's Jon Stewart and he's fucking badass, and I love him.
Right.
But if they go and they make like Hal Jordan black, and it's like, bro, you have an amazing black character. Use it. Don't like, oh my god. If they do that, I'm gonna lose my goddamn
We'll
mind.
just make them both black. Or right? They'll be next to each other. Like, will they learn? I don't. Well, did you hear that Disney? So there was an article that Disney. There had to be an article about this, of course. Disney finally hired a white woman to play Rapunzel.
Thank God.
But that's the news article. Like, that should not even be a news article.
Yeah.
Of course, it should be a white Rapunzel. It's based on a white character. Like, just make different freaking stories. Can they not make stories anymore?
I feel like with AI, they could do it pretty easily now.
Yeah. I mean, they had the black Disney princess with the frog, right? Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
That was a great
Tiana,
movie.
I think her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool
Encanto. People love Encanto. She's Latino. Yeah. It makes sense. Are you going to cast her as a Chinese woman? No. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Same with Coco. People love Coco, and you know, it's Latino. Like, it's just if you make a good story, it doesn't matter what the character.
Yes, we just want good stories. And like the Black Little Mermaid, it drove me crazy watching that with my daughter because the dad was white, and there was no explanation why that was. It was just normal. I was like, this is not normal.
Especially when you're a creature under the sea, like you're not getting sunlight. There's no reason for you to have protection against the sun's rays when you're far underwater.
Right. And then even one of the daughters was Chinese, I think, because he had like a bunch of them in the beginning, and they were all different nationalities, and there was no explanation to it at all.
Well, if there's I forget who it was. Who's the god that like fucked like 8 different women? This Hercules' dad, was that? Who's Hercules' dad?
All of them, basically.
Yeah. So I feel like if you had it as Zeus, as like, oh, if Ariel's one of Zeus's daughters, okay, then he just happened to fuck a black chick. Cool. You know that.
But make it make sense. But then she should be mixed. Like, and maybe that was the case. But at least tell us the story. You know, if that's the route you're going to go. But no, it was just he's white, she's black. Don't ask questions.
They kind of did that in not the new Fantastic Four, but the older, newer Fantastic Four, where they had Michael B. Jordan play Johnny Blaze.
Yes,
and he was like,
he was adopted.
Okay, cool. Like,
I accepted it.
You explain.
They made mention he's adopted. Okay, I accept it for this one time. And the movie wasn't that great. It was
the movie was trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the only time there was action in that movie, you don't see it like that. You see it on like the screens, like in the TV, like where you're. That was so fucking dumb. That was so dumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe they did that to save money. I don't know.
Dude, they got to get it together. And even their Star Wars movies have been terrible lately. They better not mess up Mandalorian. You know, they had a good thing going with Mandalorian and Grogu, and they better keep that going. Grogu's now going to be black.
So I had I can see if I could pull this up here. Yeah. Netflix had a thing where the percentage of underrepresented personnel, they had a whole chart that they came out with. And it's like in the chart, there were only 6.3% creators, producers, writers, or directors that were Latino. So I go in and I tag them, and I was like, hey, Netflix, I hear you want to give minority creators a shot. My name is Randy Chavez. I'm a first-generation immigrant from Peru. Here's what me and my friends created with daCat. I was like, come give us a shot.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard back from them.
Yeah, we're like, we're not currently looking for minorities. Sorry. We just wanted to put an article about it.
Yeah. I was like, if you want to do it, like, I hope. So the thing is, I've gotten offers from other businesses wanting to buy daCat, but it's like for a super low price. It's like $100 grand. And I was like, I'm not doing it for 100K. Like, that's
no way. You got a good thing going now. It's like, just keep it going, especially with the crypto. You're gonna do great.
Oh yeah, I need that to hit. Like, I feel like I'm at this inflection point where the liquid capital I have is like non-existent, and I could sell parts of companies, which I probably should do. I probably should just start sell some of the companies, but the companies right now, they're at the same price in which I got them at, and they're doing so much more, but because they haven't gotten any new like Series A or Series like funding rounds, I would have to sell them at the price in which they were last done, and now they're doing so much more. I was like, I can't do that's so dumb. I can't.
No, you need passive income too.
Yeah. So I mean, if I can, but maybe I just sell like a piece of them, and it's like, okay, I could do that, and just for like 20K, it's like, okay, maybe. I don't know.
We just need crypto to hit.
I know. And I feel like 2 months, DEVVE goes moonshot, but
I'm just so sick. I'm so sick of buying. It's like, I just keep buying, and I'm like, when? It's just been such a long road. I don't even know if I can make it through another bear market, to be honest with you. Like, it's like, how long is that one gonna go for? The quarter is filled.
There was a guy before here. So someone was saying like before, like, hey, bro, every time OMI goes up, it goes right back down. I was like, yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people that they go in and like, it's like, just trade it. And it says like, I will kill myself if I trade it and then it won't go back down. Like if I sell it and it keeps on going, and it's like, bro, same. That's why I don't do it. So I don't do it.
Because I know that happens to me too. As soon as I sell something, it just see ya. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait. I'll just wait till I get more money, and then I'll put more in. That's the best way to do it. And you just don't even think about it. So pretty wild.
Anywho, let's talk chat off camera for a bit. We'll end it here, and say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you.
TMNT. Let's go.
Thank you everyone for coming.